And I can't find the words to keep you, but I don't think I want to. 'Cause we're living it up for love, living it up for love. Just keep living it up for love, living it up for love. Whatever is good for you, I'm good with it, I'm good with it.
We are in, I believe, hopefully.
Woo!
Woo!
Whee!
Yay! Everyone can hear us. We're playing. We're live. It's wonderful. I love this. Welcome, guys, to session 3 of the madness that is indeed State of Anarchy.
Oh, God.
Vaguely, no one remembers anything that has happened, I imagine. So,
No, I took notes.
you took notes?
Massacre!
I took notes, and I did watch the stream before stream.
Okay, just making sure that I'm showing everything that I'm supposed to show, not showing anything that I'm not supposed to show. So, I think we're good. I think. Yeah.
I'm totally aware of everything that happened last stream. Yes.
Oh, right. We should.
Everything that happened to you.
However,
do we want to let this go forward first?
in a minute, I just wanted to point out to everybody that we now have, at least everyone has matching talk sprites. So, woo! Thank you.
Whee!
Thank you, Tyrant Dungeon, for getting all of that done.
Uh,
Yes, I'm going to point you out. I'm sorry, your name is all over the intro, every teaser trailer.
Stupid! No!
Yeah. So we've done that. Basically, if you like anything,
Get shouted out.
yeah. Basically, if you like anything any of us seem to be doing, I believe several of us have Twitch channels and things like this. Tide Runner, Tyrant Dungeon, Valcor, if you are quick.
You have to catch him. He's swift.
Yeah.
Tricky.
I don't know if you guys
I'm
have.
that sneaky.
I don't know if you guys have YouTube slash Twitch whatever channels. Do you stream? I don't think we actually discussed this. Do you stream? And if so, why do we not know so we can follow you?
Do you stream, bro? Do you even stream?
Yeah, exactly.
I do not stream.
Okay. So, so basically, you can find links to all of their stuff, though, and check them out and things like this. I believe usually Tide Runner does the modding stuff on that.
Sure.
Thank
Dance,
you.
advert monkey, dance.
Also, for everybody who is not one of the players, your channel points, there are now channel point rewards for that relate directly to the game, in which you can gift players and whatnot, but each of them are limited to once per player per stream. If it is abused, I will taketh it away. So, for various reasons. I believe you can give them some money, you can give them some inspiration, because everyone likes some inspiration, right? So there
Get a distinct impression that one of our party members is going to jump on stream and do that themselves.
I don't exactly.
No, it's not
right like that. So Players,
Yep, there it is.
I will point out,
Not
players can't
allowed.
redeem their own unless they're redeeming somebody else. You can't redeem it for yourself. I will point that out.
I'll refund that.
What? Why not?
You can give it to another player, can't give it to yourself because keeping it fair, basically.
Oh, okay.
Trying to keep it
I
fair.
will point out there's a bit of static on everyone except you, Boo.
Oh, really? If there is, I'm not 100% sure why that would be. It might be some internet related. What is it? Discord related? It might be Discord related.
Is anyone else getting that, or is that just on my end?
Hold on. Oh, I think it's just you, maybe.
I am aware that
It's really weird because I can hear everyone has that little bit of static except Boo.
Uh-oh.
It might
I'm
be
not
because,
hearing
well,
static.
the main reason it might not be on mine is because on the stream, I'm not coming through Discord. I'm coming through my personal mic. So,
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, because you can't pick up your own voice through the Discord, but
Yeah.
it's actually static for everybody, so it's not glitchy like before. It's actually staticky, so you might have to
what
Cool.
would that be?
have a listen. It's just being very
Blah
wacky.
blah 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 blah
Let's have a look. The problem
blah
is,
blah static. Blah blah
oh,
blah.
I don't think this shouldn't.
It's
shouldn't
like
create
on and
feedback.
off.
It shouldn't create
It
feedback.
was-
Let's have a look.
It was causing
It's
a bit of
not
feedback
now.
before.
No, it seems fine on my end.
It fixed up now, but before it was being weird.
Yeah.
We'll see if it is
Well-
being weird later.
I will say my Discord, when lately for me, it doesn't show me. You know when you're in, it's like your voice connected, and it usually has the green bars.
Yeah.
Mine hasn't had green bars lighting up for weeks.
Oh,
Full
same.
stop. So
Mine's been very fluctuating. Actually, right now it's very fluctuating. But
yeah,
yeah.
and that could be there are storms, and the weather at the moment in South
True.
Australia is not great.
True.
And I know that most of Australia is going through various storm patches and things like this. Redeem, become a thief. Gladys, you. Hello, Percy Graves.
No!
You can't steal
Hey, you
things.
said we couldn't
Gladys-
redeem it.
Gladys is not a
You
player
said we couldn't
character,
redeem
though.
it for ourselves.
Gladys is also not a player character, but I appreciate the gumption. Gladys appreciates the gumption.
I will
Okay.
refund that then.
So, well, Percy, you made it this week, so welcome. Now, brief recap for last week. Rosewood, unfortunately, was unwell and so was unable to join us. So, despite the fact of a lot of bravado the previous week, apparently Crisis might not be as crack a shot as he thinks he is.
Immediately vanishes at the sight of danger.
Yes. I do, just for anyone who wants to know my rules on when players are not here, I do not Jaeger their character unless they have explicitly asked another player character to do that. Their characters will find a reason not to be in the scene or in the
For those
game.
who don't understand, Jaeger means take control of.
Yes.
Mm.
I generally don't like the idea of being responsible for a player's character if they die. Or miss massive plot points and things like this. So,
And everyone else levels up by them.
that is not
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
I keep everyone on the same level as well, just for my safety of brain.
You mean sanity?
That's the one, sanity. We can see it's going well. We are hoping that May is feeling a bit better this week as well, because she is, and this is said with all loving and joking, because she is not weak.
I'm not weak. I'm strong. I do still have, as you can see, a bit of a voice.
Hoarse throat, that's all right.
That's because of
Yeah.
the plague.
You got to embrace the huskiness. Like,
Well, I could
Breeze
maybe
now
make it
has
raise.
like a real jazz voice.
You need
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wanted her to originally have a kind of a sexy, smokier voice, but then I was too sick to think about it, so I can embrace it this week, maybe.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
embrace it.
So, with that in mind, that Crisis unfortunately had gone to breakfast, left his gun behind, and had to go find his gun in his room, which took him longer than anticipated, i.e. the entire battle. What else happened? The easy thing is there was combat. There was much
Yes.
bloody finger painting done.
Rick was playing badminton on the deck with
Little
Gladys.
tree.
Yes, Rick has now a frying pan. The captain of
He's put that back.
Oh, you did put it back, and then you hid in the kitchen while everyone else talked smack about you.
What do you mean smack? I'm pretty sure they were praising Rick.
I didn't hide. I'm just level with the benches.
If I remember correctly, Gladys had a thing for Rick, and Breeze was trying to pull Rick in to their
wingman.
band.
That's right, the band.
To
The party has a
convince
name.
Gladys,
Yes.
the Bardstead Sons.
The Bardstead Sons, and yes, because Crisis was not here for it, he got no say in the name of the band.
That I'm not even a part of.
Yeah,
You are now.
Breeze
and I
told
believe
Gladys that Rick has a liquor empire.
a liquor empire, yes. I do like the fact that it will be a throwback at some point that Rick is hiding behind a cabinet and all you can see is his ears.
Yep.
Yep. And I believe that there was some suspicion thrown towards Bao as well.
No, it was between
No, it was
Bao
Sebastian.
and Sebastian.
Ah.
Because Bao was seemingly uncomfortable around Sebastian. And promptly left to help Gladys to go to bed because she wanted.
Oh, that's right. You also asked Gladys to join you.
Well, I left to help her, and that's how the session ended.
Okay, so that would mean that start of this session.
We also another thing that you missed.
Yes.
We also were told by Captain James Mason that he was going to introduce us to Night Captain Klasali Tiramitor of House Little Skaz. Yeah.
Various basic
to help while he's about to report.
Beautifully pronounced. Well done.
Yeah. Such
you can just call her
wonderful
Captain
crap.
Klasali. Yeah.
I just had the full
Tiamatore.
name in my notes.
Yes, Tiamatore. Because her of House Liliaceae is basically like I think it's a reference to daylilies, basically the Latin genus of a daylily, which is a wonderful spring flower that grows in watery areas, obviously, because spring court, ain't that right, Breeze? Flower names, we love this. Flower names, all sorts. So... unless there's anything that anyone feels that Rosewood 100% needs to vaguely know that doesn't know, but...
Yeah, I was great in combat and I didn't have a hair out of place at the end of it. I think that's important.
I'm pretty sure that Sebastian also spent 85% of combat hiding behind a door.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, bleeding.
To everyone else, he was staring out the window as things exploded around us.
And Belle was just kebabbing Sturgis.
Which is to say, for anyone who did not hear, Sebastian was in fact not doing nothing. It's really hard to see brain-piercing mind powers. They just saw a lot of screaming and not knowing what's going on.
Yep.
So
He just looked like he was admiring a sunset.
It was indeed a red sky at night, which is a shepherd's delight if no one has heard that phrase. So
No.
So yes, the I don't know if it's inherently an Australian phrase or if I think
No, it's famous.
Yeah, it's red sky at night is a shepherd's delight. Red sky in the morning is a shepherd's warning. So
I thought it was sailor's warning.
Sailors, yeah.
oh, see,
Yeah.
I've heard shepherds just because farming, but yes, no, sailors warning. I can understand that as well. So, however,
That's
the,
We're on a
sailing
boat.
pub,
however,
so,
the
yeah.
sky here is also pink. So, yeah.
What isn't what the sky's supposed to be coloured? I'm confused.
Well, this is the thing. Breeze would probably know no different. So, with that, I believe, unless there is anything anyone would have wanted to do for the rest of that day beyond bathe and chill the absolute heck out, because that was stressful.
Probably give a little bit of a rest.
Well,
and
what
that would be it.
I'm going to hazard a guess that Bao potentially rested for about 5 minutes, like the ADHD kid he is. before getting promptly into trouble again. Clearly, Hasa has been brewing potions, leading to small explosions in their rooms.
Yep.
Yeah. Breeze is probably getting hustled by grannies again. Potentially. Or just because, you've become one of the grannies at this point. So.
Yeah, we're a team.
And
Gladys said that she might join the band.
She did say that she might join the band. Oh, I will
Might.
also say for all of the watchers as well. I also have a secondary rule that players can alter their character up until the 3rd session, so all changes are final now. For what their character is, because obviously they might change their character after they get an opportunity to actually feel their character out and feel how their character is playing. So there have been a few changes. Unfortunately, we will be losing Ash, the wonderful automaton that Hasa created, because he has taken a slightly different field of study, leaning more into doing some more healing abilities. So,
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh, yes,
And
that's why you can't
Rick is-
carry your box.
Rick is now white with plaid clothes.
are you?
No.
Because I can make you a fat raccoon. I can
No.
I can live for
I don't wanna be box hog.
the chunky boy. So
I won't make your fur pine shaped anymore. I'll make it all fluffy and curly. Just how you hate it.
give him a perm.
A pompadour.
So
And a Colonel Sanders suit.
and a Colonel Sanders suit, yes. So for that is basically, I think, the recap in which we would jump in, that you all had a relatively restful, if not bloody, evening. Awakening the next day, going about your breakfast, knowing that within the next hour or so you will be entering the harbour of Corkwood, which no graffiti will ever happen there ever. I'm watching you, Tyrant Dungeon. I'm watching
What?
you.
What are you watching me doing? What are you watching me doing? Are you watching me type my notes?
It's not really a surprise because you projected it that you were going to do it at some point. But we'll see what happens.
What? Huh? Am I being bullied for taking notes? Fine, I'll stop.
Renaming the town.
Renaming the town through graffiti.
Oh, I thought I saw somebody like looking up my notes. I was like, huh?
No.
Is that why are you believing
Where?
me for notes?
No. So, we awaken in the morning. Breakfast is a little haphazard. There is your usual porridge toast, some small chicken breakfast sausages, the usual star-shaped hash browns. Sitting amongst the passengers, you do see the kitchen hand Tot, missing a tail, of course. It's got a little bit of a stump there now. But yes, you know that within the next hour you will be reaching Corkwood. If there is anything that you wish to discuss, to deflect, to go over, to console poor Crisis for missing all the fun, it is entirely up to you. The floor is yours.
Bal doesn't know Crisis, so Bal's just gonna avoid Sebastian. Whee!
Hey, Blister, what happened to you? Where were you during the fight?
Listen. All right, listen. I got locked out of the room, all right? I couldn't find my key. My rifle's inside. What good is a guy with a rifle if he doesn't have his rifle on hand, all right? It's embarrassing, all right?
I thought it might have been because no one was going to pay you.
What? Oh, no. I'm sure I could have gotten a few bucks out of the captain for, helping out with the self-defense and all that. Hey, listen.
And there it is. Go on.
Listen. If not a few bucks and at least a replenishment of the ammo, munition I'm going to be using. Right. So us being separated, not a great thing. So I'll toss a two-way radio to Rick. I got one end. You got the other. So you can always just holler for me, I guess, and I'll come running, or vice versa.
Will I have to pay you?
Well, I mean, we're currently working together on finding Bill, so no.
Just checking. Just checking.
Well, unless it's like outside of the whole. Nah, I'm just kidding with you, dude. Yeah, no. I mean, I ain't that cutthroat. Like, if I see you on fire on the ground, I ain't gonna ask you for 10 gold before I try to put you out. But the whole, hey, you're gonna go pick a fight with some random gang that I got no business with, not my thing, dude. It ain't anything personal.
Just business. I understand.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, quite a hullabaloo from yesterday. No one knows why those things were there either.
Rick, I'll be straight up with you. I don't know a lot about the Feywild, so the whole, oh, those animals shouldn't have been there. I wouldn't know that.
Well, that's
Color
what I
me
was saying.
shocked.
Ugly little suckers.
I mean, do the boat usually come this way? Is it like the season for them to migrate? Do these things migrate at all?
They were saying this is very unusual for them.
Right.
They normally don't fly away from their caves and stuff, so.
You know,
Very
I learned something very early in my career. If something weird is going on, like, say, for instance, wild animals attacking a boat, there's a good chance it's either someone or something on the boat. Now, our good news is we're getting the heck off this boat in like what? Half an hour ride?
yeah.
Yeah, let's beat feet once we get off. Or once we land, or dock. That's the word, dock.
Yeah. But check your stuff. Pinky over there got sticky fingers.
Which one?
The one that's pink.
Well,
Really pink.
Rick
has a tail.
Well, that's just assuming. All right, fine.
The tabaxi. Is that better?
There you go. There you go. Right. I don't like assuming. I will quickly do a quick inventory of my stuff to make sure I have everything.
I do believe that I'm not going to make you roll for it, but your stuff...
You have everything.
Yeah, you'd have everything. Your stuff has been untouched. Apart from your key was missing, but somehow that showed up in your pocket not long after.
I wonder how.
It's part of the disappearing act.
If Belle looks across at us, I'll just stare straight back.
No,
Val-
he's just kind of pacing.
Or not Val, but Rick, do you feel like you might carry some things from the Force with you now that you're off of it? Like the whole kind of assuming things about certain people.
Go profiling.
Yeah, that's isn't that normally bad and mostly inaccurate most of the time?
No idea what you're talking about. Good tell the police were.
Yes.
Hasn't seen me around yet.
Right. Didn't you get kicked off the force for bribing someone or something?
Where the hell did you hear that? No way in hell.
I don't know. A little birdie whispered in my ear that some money might have changed some palms.
Tell that little bird of yours, get its facts right.
Well, why were you kicked off then?
My business, not yours. Public record anyway, go look it up.
We're in business together, and it ain't like I can check the records right now. A man's wants to know.
Sometimes disappointment's a man's company.
Yeah.
Perfect opportunity for the song.
You pay me to do a job, I'll do the job.
All right, Rick. Have it your way. I will go back, gather my stuff, and get ready to disembark soon.
Alrighty. So, Rick, are you up on deck watching bow pace?
Yeah, I'm just swigging from my flask.
Watching the cat pace back and forth?
Yep.
I see you there. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of intercharacter conflict right now.
Yeah. It's the third session in. We're already in deep.
Hasa, Sebastian, and Breeze, where are you currently sitting? Or are you sitting in the cafeteria? You can see through the glasses.
Yeah, Hasa would have been in the cafeteria.
Swilling his 14th coffee for the morning.
Exactly.
15-shot espresso.
I cannot wait until we get to the bloody teleportation pads.
Hasa gets there immediately, teleports home, bugger this.
We find out that Hasa, whose species is sweet sea dwellers, has seasickness.
Maybe. But yes, Breeze and Sebastian, what are you guys doing this fine morning before you are yet to disembark? You would have been told by the quartermaster and also the old ladies that, yes, the ferry, despite the slight delay, the ferry is on time to arrive in Corkwood. So you would know that you're departing?
Departing?
Departing.
Oh, disembarking soon. So yes, what are you?
I had a quick question.
Yes.
Do I know that they're... I think I know that they're both from the same place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, you
So,
do.
so she's going to be trying to be real subtle. It's so unusual, though, to see you both about in Fairway.
Oh, well, I'm exploring. He's running.
He's running?
I wasn't given specifics.
I look at him. Is he there? Are you there, Sebastian? I think his internet might be a bit bad, so I don't know.
We don't blame.
Okay, I'll save this for later because I was trying to get
He's just
information
passed
about.
out. He got,
Yeah,
like,
no,
we
that's
missed
okay.
one of the scourges. It's currently planted on his neck. He's passed out from blood loss.
I can understand if there are internet problems. We'll just see how we go.
Okay, so I found, if he's passed out on the table, I'll be like, so he's running. Because, I mean, it's unusual to leave.
Well, I just assumed that everyone that is that desperate to get out of a place is probably running from something, which is not all that dissimilar from two people we saw running up when we were getting on board.
That was a terrible misunderstanding.
Right. But yes, I haven't been given specifics. All I know is that when I went to leave, he has to come along.
And do you have anywhere particular in mind that you're going to be heading?
Honestly, just Corkwood first. A bit of business before I'm officially let out to explore, I suppose. But other than that, nowhere specific. Just everywhere I can.
Good.
Do you have somewhere specific? We can go there first.
Nowhere specific.
Fair enough. Well, if we're going to be bringing the other fighters that were defending the ship, we should probably have a chat with them, see where they're going.
Well, I did try to get them on board one of them on board for the ban. The other one was, of course, distracted. Oh, we've lost.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. Okay, so yes, we can speak with them. Perhaps do you need security? You seemed able to defend yourself earlier.
Thank you. But I mean, extra security is always good. I don't exactly have the recurring income to pay for it, but I would not be opposed to letting them grab what they can when they see the opportunity while we're out and about. Not thievery, of course, but like, exploring can extend to things like hidden ruins and bandits and things like that happening every now and then. So if they find loot, that can be their payment.
You
Unless
seem
you
to
have
be.
an income.
Well, she looks bashful. I am a musician, just starting out, of course, so it's not a great income.
Right.
But I can make money from gigs. We can make money from gigs if the band really kicks off.
Yes, I mean, I can make harmless effects. I know roadies and such, I think, are the ones that do the fancy
The
illusions and
equipment,
such.
yeah.
I can handle the equipment.
Okay, wonderful. I'm glad you have a business plan and a proposal. I think you should go speak with them and get them on board. And I pat him on the back. Go at it.
Okay, yep, sure, yeah.
I love the fact that all of this stems from the fact that you threw one glitter bomb.
Yep. Okay, here I go. He wanders off. He doesn't know where they are, so he just wanders in a random direction.
I bardically inspire you as you leave.
You have bardic inspiration. You will have seen through the windows that lined this cafeteria, you would have seen, I believe, Crisis come back in. So, and you would have seen that Rick had gone out there this morning. I'm unsure as to when Bao would have gone out there. So,
he would have gone out there like around like after he tried to go to sleep for 5 minutes and then gave up, went back up and went outside.
Okay. And the smell of potato hash browns didn't pull you back in?
Don't make me hungry, I just ate!
But yes, so you would have seen at least Rick went out onto deck, Hasa.
Yeah, he'll head out there and have a look for Rick then. And if he finds him, he'll just...
You see, at the end of the ship, Bao is pacing back and forth, but elbows on the side of the railing, looking pensively out over the water, smoking a cigar that has a faint, fruity scent to it, almost like there's some rolling, dark, soulful music in the background. You see the raccoon man, his trench coat flapping in the morning breeze.
You can
Just
smell the noir.
A single rain cloud above him. Yeah.
There's like a monochrome like filter that goes over only him.
Yeah, instead of like those rays of sun that peek through the clouds like God rays, it's just one beam of monochromatic color. Hasa will attempt to be subtle, but fail miserably at attempting to subtly just move up close to Rick.
He's not being subtle.
I imagine like trips a little bit. It's like,
Yeah. He like goes to lean on the banister, the same as you on the railing, and just like slips, bashes like under his arm a bit.
I'm sorry, you're just Milo Thatch from Atlantis, aren't you?
Yes, finally you get it. Finally.
I have been thinking about that for a while now.
No, he leans, slips, bashes like under the arm on the railing, stands back up.
What can I do for you, Greenhorn?
So, I saw you fight. You did very good.
A lot of training, put it that way.
Right. And your associate, your friend, I saw you
Business
lingering
partner,
together.
yes.
Right, I saw you lingering together for a bit when we first boarded, but since then he's been kind of cagey and evasive.
Not too sure about him. He's just a customer. I'm doing a job for him.
Oh, you're doing a job for him? Okay. Do you do jobs often?
Yeah. I've got a bit of an agency. Yeah, have a
Really?
card.
Of course, yes.
Hand you a little business card.
Has
It all
already-
looks typed up and
typewriter font with a little logo with a crescent moon with a magnifying glass crossed over it. Just
This is very good quality printing. You did this yourself?
I believe Dell probably had a big hand in it.
someone made it up for me, thanks.
Well, they did a wonderful job. Say, this job of yours, is it only taking you to Corkwood?
At this stage, yeah, we're hoping to find someone.
Right, fair enough. Well, my associates, my colleagues, they were also really impressed with your combat prowess. They were wondering if you would be interested in joining us. We're not going anywhere specific, we're just sort of seeing where the wind takes us, as it were. But having an extra pair of eyes and a decent frying pan arm wouldn't go astray, that's for sure.
Look, any other time, and the money was good enough, I'd probably jump at the chance, but basically I'm here to find someone and then head home.
Of course. Are they in Corkwood?
Well, that's where the lead's taking us anyway.
Right. Well, if you would like, perhaps we can switch it around this time, so we get a bit more examples of each other. Like you can see us work, and we can see you work. We can assist you. You've already seen some examples of our work, and he gestures to the still bloodied deck.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was cleaned up by one of the workers.
Oh yeah, the cabin boy has cleaned a significant portion of it up, but
partially bloody deck.
Well, the problem with blood is it does have a tendency to stain, so you can still see there is a
what is absorbent?
Yeah, you can see a slightly greyish stain still. It's going to need to be sanded out, basically.
Gestures to ash that is still bloody.
Can I see them through the window, by the way?
Oh yeah, I can just imagine that you're peeking through the little porthole, which is now clean.
I was going to cast message and just say, offer him exposure, stable payment exposure, because I can't hear what they're saying, but I'm like, if I see Rick looking doubtful, I'm like, payment exposure.
Not Bree sitting in the background, just giving him a thumbs up, like.
It's like the little ear chip. It's like, do this.
Tell them they have beautiful eyes. I have beautiful eyes.
Anyway. Wait, did we do something similar to that, like the last campaign we were in?
Possibly.
Look, thanks for the offer, but yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing this job and heading home.
Of course.
But look, you never know what's going to happen in the future. Hang on to the card. Contact me anytime later on. But yeah, like I said, job, home. That's pretty much it.
Understood.
Not normally from this area.
Oh, you are not from
yes,
the
my
Corkwood
first
region,
trip to
or...
Feywild.
Completely new realm. I see. Fair enough. Well, if you need any assistance getting around, or if your client needs information, we would be happy to help you navigate while you are still here.
No worries. Thanks very much. Yeah, but yeah,
Yes,
your office,
I
your
am
office very.
not at all. Thank you. I am Harsaruk Mistweaver, and the one not so subtly poking their head through the window is Breeze Lemery, and Sebastian is hiding somewhere. But
I believe that
She's not.
Sebastian has slightly come to drinking his coffee next to Breeze.
She's very animated, isn't she?
yes, she's, I admit, probably a lot better at this than I am. But
Just
No,
giving
well,
you a thumbs up.
You did good, but sorry. Yeah, I already got something planned. But yeah, but
of course,
thanks for the offer.
is there another job back home, or are you just homesick?
Uh, let's just say I got a few plates spinning.
Okay. He like looks at you, looks around for a little bit. Fair enough. You
I mean, I've got other things on the fryer.
you should be careful not to burn them. Okay. Well, best of luck.
You too.
You yes, and he
Hope
kind of
whatever
gives the pardon.
hope whatever you guys are doing does good.
I love the fact that this is the most
Fingers
awkward
crossed.
farewell ever.
Yes, fingers crossed. What's worse is that if we're still following like out of character, the characters have to eventually end up working together. This is essentially saying goodbye and then walking in the same direction.
I'm just waiting for that to
Yes,
happen.
exactly.
That's what I'm waiting for,
You're
because
like,
this is going to
oh,
be beautiful when that happens. But so
Yeah.
I imagine that Hasa, you are backing away, kind of.
Yeah,
doing
he
the
just
awkward
gives like a
finger
polite
guns.
little
The
polite
bisexual
little
finger
half
guns.
bow, and then yeah. Speaking of bow, though, he will half bow to Rick and then look at Breeze as he's working his way to the front of the ship. He like
I know. I assume everything's going perfectly. I assume Rick's on board, and now it's just getting Bao on board.
You're-
Yeah, and
he's
it's-
walking over
I'm
there.
like, great.
No, I'm
He's
pretty sure Bell was made on board before.
I don't think there was any. I
No,
think Sebastian assumed.
Yes. No, Sebastian asked, "Would you like to join us?" And Belle's like, "Oh yeah, sure."
And-
Fair enough.
Awkwardly.
And then ran away from him.
And then I believe,
I
must
have,
and then I think something happened, and Bauer's looking at Sebastian like Sebastian is Sussy Baka. So
Hmm.
actually, yeah. In that case, Hasa will approach the pacing tabaxi.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just exerting energy. I don't like staying in one place for too long.
Right, fair enough. I hear that stairs might be a good option. Try climbing the stairs a few times.
But that's too exhausting.
Fa- okay. Enjoy. And he like goes back to the Oh yeah, yeah. He's
I just have faith in
enthusiastic.
people.
He's enthusiastic. He's friendly. He's agreeable. He has shit all charisma.
While all this is going on, I'm just gonna walk up to Rick and just kind of ask him, "Why is everyone on like freaking out right now?" Because one guy just looks absolutely heartbroken. The backseas.
I imagine,
Like-
you know, the thing people do where they stiff their shoulders close to their sides and fast walk out of the situation.
Yep.
I imagine Austin did that. It's like, okay.
Yeah, you know that cliche white person thing where like you're at a crosswalk and a car is coming, so you like sort of speed walk without running.
Yeah.
It's like the same pace, but it looks like it took more effort.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. I think Crisis had something he wanted to say.
Oh no, I literally just asking like, why is everyone so awkward around here?
I think
Yeah, no,
they're
that was a
recruiting for something. I don't know.
that recruiting for what do you mean recruiting for something?
They're just seeing if I want to do another job.
What? Hang on! And I'm gonna run after Haas.
Oh God.
Do I see him shouting and running at me?
I imagine it's
Well-
like that Terminator fast ran as well directly for
Let me
you.
just
We're walking with
roll
purpose.
something. Let me just roll something real quick because he just offered to pay for Rick to do a different job, and you are his client, so he could just think that you are trying to attack him for stealing his. No, I'll say that's enough. Yeah, he slows his pace. Still awkward and nervous, but yeah. Just T1000.
Exactly.
Hi, Crisis. The Crisis of the Walking Doom.
Hello, the
we have
Crisis.
name. Hi, hello, hi.
Hello,
Heard y'all
yes,
are
hi.
hiring people. I'm a man who can very easily be hired.
Yes. Okay.
All right, I'll see you when you get off the ship, and I'm gonna walk back to Rick.
Okay.
Why is everybody so awkward? Proceeds to
Proceeds to be awkward, then absolutely body slams Hartha in the face with, "I'll talk to you later," and walks off.
Okay.
Okay, I ship it.
He finishes the extra 10 feet into the door to see Bree and Sebastian standing there. The tabaxi seems fine. The tall one, he said he would talk to us after we got off. But
Yeah, I saw that he came running after you
I
with an
know.
intensity in his eyes. It was
At first, I thought he was angry at me or something because I was talking to Rick, who is technically his employee. But no, apparently he heard we were hiring someone and then came running at me.
You did tell them we had no real money though, that this is we're paying an
I
exposure.
did not get an opportunity. He just said, "Hey, you're hiring. I am a person. Talk to you later," and ran away.
Well, he seemed so keen. I think he just maybe likes our vibe.
Yeah, sure.
Great work, great job. I knew you could do this.
Yep. It was all a part of the plan.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
You should. I mean, I know you should also maybe be the band manager as well as in the band.
Sure. Yeah. Just leans over to. Is Sebastian here now?
Is your internet working?
Is your microphone
Maybe.
working?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hooray!
Yay!
Big maybe.
Big maybe.
Oh, a big maybe.
Oh, I feel that.
Leans over to Sebastian.
Let's
What
turn that big
is,
maybe into a big yes.
What is band manager?
It's just I've been hearing half a conversation up until this point. I'm like, man, this is a lot of stuff I'd really like to be a part of.
Yeah, no. Hasa will lean over to you, Sebastian. What is band manager?
Well, it means that you handle all of the management. So, setting up gigs, getting locations done, brand deals, all that stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
So the leader.
Sure. Oh, so like leader.
Well, in my experience, more like guy that steals 50% of the cash to do what anybody could do.
Oh, that does not sound good.
I'm sure you'll do great at it.
I don't do good at stealing.
Maybe we should hire the cat.
Well, no, it's not stealing per se. It's finder's fee. What's the term?
Finders defeat. You are not lost.
Just Sebastian slaps him on the back. You'll do fine, mate.
Okay. And he kind of like turns to Breeze. I be manager.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I know it's a lot of responsibility, a great deal of responsibility, but
I
after seeing how you handled that situation just then, I know you're the person for it. I just know it.
Thank you. Very well. Sebastian, the ones on the deck that did well, the Raken that did the fighting and the tall one that did the hiding, they might be joining us.
Fine, mate.
Well, the Raken said that he only wanted to do the job for the tall one and then go home. But as soon as the tall one heard that they were getting more people, he ran up and said he wanted to join. Or at least wanted to talk after we got off the ship.
Right. Well,
And
I mean,
the Tabaxi is just pacing. I don't know what's going on there.
yeah, he's acting strange.
I think he might have worms.
Hi, Sebastian. What are you running from?
Pardon?
Well,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Breeze was asking what we were doing outside of Seeker's Respite. I told her you were running because that's pretty much the only information I have.
Never told you I was running from anything, mate.
No, but whenever someone is leaving Seeker's Respite and another person comes up hurriedly and says, "Hey, can I join you?" under like no questions asked kind of situation, usually that's why.
And I was just commenting. It's unusual for Kalishtar to be so to leave voluntarily. I just thought so maybe.
I mean, if you're
Well,
not running, then what?
Sorry to disappoint, but I'm just going out and seeing the world.
Okay. Same. Me too. We're the same. We're all the same. We're all doing that. We're all just seeing the world.
Oh, there's so much inside of me that wants to roll insight here, but Harser is too himbo to even. Yeah. No. Yeah, no. Harser doesn't know the social cues here to assume that they're being cagey.
Yeah.
Sebastian will wrap an arm quickly around Breeze and Harser and pull them both close, and together we will conquer this world, mates. This is the beginning of our journey. One step off of this boat, and the world is ours.
I just imagine the little hand thing you do when you reach out, you look it out. When you've got your arms around it, it's like,
Yeah.
reach the world.
Us, the bastard sons.
Conqueror.
I think as soon as we step foot on land, the earth will tremble, for it will know.
Oh my gosh,
It will know the consequence of what's just happened.
I hope not. Seismic activity on this side of the world is likely to cause much destruction.
the vibe I'm getting.
Yes, but so will we.
Breeze, you get it. Harser, you need to loosen up a bit.
Okay.
And I'll release them from my grasp.
Harser will like pace to the other side of the room and start doing stretches.
Oh my. The feel of this vibe right now of these three, I haven't pinned down in terms of like Disney Pixar references, but we've got Buzz Lightyear, Milo Thatch. And Breeze is
See,
just like,
I was thinking less Buzz Lightyear and more Tulio
yeah,
from El Dorado.
yeah, that's Dream. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, no, I can see that too.
See that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I get these references.
Yeah. Now, you know what? Breeze and Sebastian are Tulio and Miguel.
I can see that.
I don't know this reference. I don't know this reference.
The Road to El Dorado.
You
which
don't
is
know the references?
The Road to El Dorado, which is a DreamWorks movie. You know what? We'll set up a watch party later.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
set up a
If I
watch
find
party.
this reference offensive, though,
No, you
No,
won't.
it's good.
They're
the bestest. They're the
Okay.
bestest ever.
It's basically set in South America, Aztec kind of story. They are Spanish characters. They sing a song. It's tough to be a god, I believe. So,
Yeah,
Ooh, which one am I? Am I the blonde one or the brunette?
the blonde one. The blonde one plays
Okay.
a lute. He's absolutely the
and
heart of the pair.
he's the heart of the pair of them. So
Yeah, he is absolutely the bard.
I'll be the heart. That's fine.
so, but they
But yes.
both absolutely cheat using loaded dice at games. So it's good.
I mean, considering that Breeze would have learned a few things from the grannies.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, but that's the thing. I would never have cheated before meeting the grannies, but
Yeah,
you know, my world has been opened up.
I know.
So
So, with these conversations underway, the quartermaster has come through and just given you the alert that, you can actually see the docks approaching, and you'll be docking in about 10 minutes. So, finalize getting your things from your rooms and things like this, and prepare to disembark, if you would. Breeze runs around, steals everything not bolted down.
not Breeze.
Not Breeze, Bow. I'll get it.
No, he's actually just waiting for the ship.
Oh, I fully believe you've stolen all the little soaps out of every bathroom, though.
No, they taste disgusting.
It's not about...
I like how that's the important detail.
That's what matters.
He's right at the minibar.
He's eaten one soap and he spat it right out. Like, no, I'm not taking that.
Wait. This is a critical question. Did you bite into the soap or did you lick the soap?
He bit it.
Yeah, like a cat.
He stunk his
You know-
little
you know-
teeth
With an
in.
ice biter.
You know how you've
You
got,
got it.
you know how you've got like a cardboard box open and a cat comes over and just starts
Yeah.
biting on the corner like that.
I have seen a cat try and eat soap before.
Yeah.
I put on my disembarking outfit, and
You've got your disembarking outfit.
Specifically disembark, like once we're off the ship, Breeze
yeah, then I'll
goes and
change.
changes again. Yeah,
Exactly.
Bow's just like his father's and always has all of his things on him and never unpacks.
Oh, good luck with that. Have fun with that. What I will
So
say,
like he has a lot of things though.
what I will say, you arrive in Corkwood. Give me a second. Here we go.
Oh my god, new map. Yeah.
Hey,
Map, yeah.
hey,
New map,
Breeze.
who dis-
New map with this. Oh, we made the same joke.
I need to make sure that
Sebastian?
Hi, I just wanted to catch you for a moment here. Your friend that you said that you met rather recently, the Bow fellow.
Yes?
How much do you know about him?
Almost nothing.
Almost nothing. You've never seen him around before and don't recognize him at all?
He seems really nice. He was helpful until he nearly got us arrested. He's fun. He seems like fun.
Hmm.
Do you know him?
Not at all, but he seems to be somewhat uncomfortable around me.
Well, yeah, because of your raw presence. It's very powerful. It's quite distracting.
Well, Breeze, that
Sure.
is what I was trying to ascertain.
Yeah,
thinking-
probably. So just calm it down a little, maybe. I don't ask people to hide their light under a bushel, but
Well, I was wondering if perhaps he was just more comfortable around women such as yourself, and maybe he just couldn't handle someone like me.
probably that's what it is.
I understand he has his own little problems, so I'll be sure to be more
You know,
understanding.
there's this
around
thing
him.
that I've heard of. It's crazy. We used to do it back home quite a lot. It's called talking to people and maybe asking them and having a conversation.
Ooh.
Well, Breeze, There are times when people have these insecurities, and confronting them directly about them can send those insecurities spiraling. So I thought it better to ask someone that might know better before I confront what could possibly be a very nervous young man.
Don't look at it as a confrontation. That's maybe going into it with the wrong energy. Look at it as, hey, I noticed that maybe you're a little uncomfortable. What's up with that? Just going out with that
What is up
sort of
with that?
energy? What is up with that? Hey, friend. Are you okay?
Yep. What the fuck is up with that? Hell yeah.
Well, when I get the chance, I'll see what I can do.
I think you'll do.
Good talk, Breeze. I'm really glad that we're going to be traveling together.
Yeah, same. Sorry, that was.
Was that deliberate? Should I?
No, I think she was just a little bit like, because I imagined him leaning in, like when he said that. So I think she was just like a bit like, yeah, no, not flustered. I think it was more like, okay. He's coming up very intense.
Why the
Oh,
hell are you nervous? What are you so nervous about?
Oh god. I love how the
Alright.
map's just taking its good old time for me.
Mine's already
In
loaded.
that case, he'll lean back away from Breeze, and I better go pack my things.
She smiles and nods politely.
See you on deck.
Yeah.
This party is so fucking awkward, and I'm living for it.
I'm gonna make an insight check. I'm just like, damn, everybody's weird around me.
Is it me? Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
Wait.
You can make the insight check. You can make the insight check if you like.
You can make
No.
an insight check.
It's
Yourself
the
or you
children
inside
who are
Breeze?
wrong.
Oh my god. Is it the
I-
grannies? They set us up.
You're gonna take the fall.
Oh no.
I
That's
know
not an insight, that's perception.
everything.
That's a perception.
No. Oh.
Damn it.
Insight's exactly the same bonus.
That's fine. You know what? I'll allow
It would be
It's a
mean
nat
to take away
20.
that natural 20.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna take away that nat 20.
That would be so awful.
See, this is the thing. You're a reasonably perceptive person.
I'm
Sebastian.
an unbelievably perceptive
Well-
person. Thank you.
A huge part of this is you have spent
You
your
wear
entire
sun
life,
guard.
and a huge part of your schooling has been basically learning to interpret things, dreams, visions. You have learned everything you've learned about human behavior. It's been through flashcards. It's been fantastic, and things like this. But yeah, no, it's not just you. Everybody that you have spoken to on this boat does seem like they're hiding things, cagey and nervous, and yeah.
Well, I guess part of the question is like, is this racially motivated? Is this because of certain aspects of my character that's
I would-
backstory related?
I would
Is this
say
just
that you would
because
be
he's
able
a
Yeah.
tall, handsome young man?
I would. Well, I can't speak to the attractiveness of your character and other characters' attraction to your character. Who knows? Maybe they're just intimidated by your raw magnetism. I will say, though, it doesn't seem racially motivated. It doesn't seem specifically you that's making them uncomfortable, because you've watched several interactions between several different people at this point, and they're all awkward as hell with everybody. It's not just you. So at least you can be rest assured that it doesn't seem to be specifically you that they have a problem with. But in terms of attractiveness, I cannot speak on their behalf.
Well, I'll ask Mage. Do you want to give any insight on Breeze's behavior there?
About what I just did that. Yes. Okay. I think because it was a natural 20, and I don't think she was trying to hide anything, so I won't roll against it. I think for her, it was more just like, okay, I've met guys like this before who come on and like real intense, and they try and be your best bud, and they're like, oh hey, and, you know, and it's like, okay, you know. So I think being like her past and being at court and things, she's like, all right, we'll see. Maybe you're just genuinely a friendly, nice guy, or maybe you're just trying to get something.
I'm not going to call you out on your shit just yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, but she's keeping her guard a little bit up, and she's like, all right, dude, okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
See, that's all I need to know. Perfect.
Okay. So you all make your way below decks, quickly gather up your things. For the most part, you would have ended up doing most of your packing and stuff anyway. At this point in time, you are saved from carrying your chest of preservation, Hasa, because Ash does indeed still have it, and you still have Ash.
Yeah.
So, woo! Love that for you. But eventually, the ship does find its place to a dock. This area of the dock does seem specifically allocated for the ferry trade, and over on the dock front, you can see that there is a young gentleman who has basically started tying the ropes. Up on deck, the quartermaster has been preparing the gangplank to make sure that you can get down to the pier safely. Waiting at the edge of the pier, you can see what appears to be a short gentleman. He's standing there with a clipboard. He is kind of walking around, keeping an eye on things. But as the ferry has come in and docked, he has walked over. He's a short gentleman, roughly about 4.5 feet tall. Quite spindly looking legs. He's wearing quite garish clothes, like really bright bottle green pants with a blue and red overshirt. And the most bizarre thing about him, he's kind of got like a beak to him. Almost chicken-like features, but if a chicken and a goblin kind of had some kind of weird little love child, he's got a bit of a feathered-like countenance to his face, but he's got very bright, beady, goblin-like eyes, and he doesn't have wings like a chicken would have. He does have arms, so he's more statured like a goblin, but this indeed, for anyone who doesn't know, is a gobok. For anyone who wants to know what a gobok is, you can find it in the Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting. So
nice.
It is a little goblin man. But yes, he wanders over with his little clipboard, and he is, as trade and things like this is being, and goods being carried off of the ship now, he's basically waiting just to take a little notation of everything that's coming in and whatnot. So as you are basically farewelled by the quartermaster, the captain on your way off, does say that he'll get in contact with you. I believe he would have asked. I believe it was Breeze. Breeze and Hasa he was talking to when he said he'd get you in contact with the night captain to at least just kind of get a reward. So he would have gotten your EC, your ether number.
I broke mine, which is why it's not on my item list in my character sheet, so I have to get a new one.
I don't know if Hasa's got one. I think one of the only people who actually has one is Sebastian, I believe.
I should have one.
Hasa does not have one right now.
Okay. And you don't know where you're going to be staying as yet. So
What's an EC?
it's essentially a phone.
I know. But Val doesn't know what phones are.
No.
Da 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 da.
Because Breeze would have definitely have had one. So
No, it's okay. If you don't have one, it's okay. He says that he will engage the services of the Couriers Guild to find you because nothing stops the post.
I've got an ethereal connector, so
yep, that's fine.
give me your number.
So you give it.
My number is XYZ.
Yeah. Okay. So you hand over your number. Okay. He says he will call you once he has set up the meeting. And
I do give my number as well, just in case I get my ethereal connector up and working before.
sure, I will allow that.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
You know, Breeze, I also hear is a quick whiz with something with technology. Perhaps he could take a look at it, fix it for free.
I
Favor
can
for a friend.
I can definitely attempt it. The finer engineering is not really my strong suit, but I do know some things.
Just because I technically haven't bought it, but I do have one because I would have had one. I pull out like this bundle of mess, this actual
Hasa, it looks
wreckage, everything.
Hasa, it looks like she has stepped on it, and there is only one part from your studies that you are actually concerned about that she may have broken, which would be very, very bad. Which, of course, is the weave ore crystal that usually powers.
I won't work on it just yet, but I do need to check one thing, if you don't mind, and he'll hold out his hand for it.
I hand over the candy floss of an EC.
Yeah, the little bird's nest of cabling. Yeah, he will check for the crystal.
You have a quick filter through. I'll get you to roll.
And in the
it.
background, I'm explaining what happened. Like, it just fades,
Yeah.
with a close up on him. But in the background, and you see, we were dancing, and then what happened was.
Just roll me an investigation to see if you can find the crystal in amongst all of this stuff, because they're pretty small in these. The crystals are pretty small in these. Yeah, you find it. Thankfully, it was protected mostly by the memory core casing that they usually put in this. Very fuss. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Psycho. Love you, Scotty. Yes, it is in the protective memory core casing. So the crystal itself has not actually been damaged, thankfully, which would render it unstable. So you know that piece is okay. So the rest of it is mostly just cosmetic stuff that you can fix, basically.
Yeah, a lot of it is mostly just the looks. Luckily, the primary core is not damaged. That would be dangerous, but I can work on it, or you can get a new one. This would probably not take too long.
Well, thank you.
Of course. Do you want to hold on, or will I?
No, you keep it. That's
Okay.
just such good manager work already. Wonderful. It's getting things done.
Sure. Yes,
Breeze,
I
Breeze
will.
doesn't need to know that she was literally carrying around an unsheathed bomb.
Yeah, yeah.
Like my
Yeah.
sister with the Ethereum tech, I am not.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will hold on to this, fix it up, and get it back to you.
All right. So you put it in your pocket. You all head down the gangplank where your names are checked off against the manifesto, making sure no one died in the attack.
Before Rick leaves,
Yes.
it was supposed to be a simple job, in and out. But it looks like my boss is trying to do an extension. I've run into a few characters. They're a bit strange. There's a few I've got my eye on. Especially that Tabaxi.
Everybody has sus on Val.
I've also come across Gladys.
That's a word.
She's, there's something about her that's rubbing me the wrong way. Let's just hope
Mhm.
it's just a feeling, not a gut instinct. But we'll see later.
I like to imagine he's
And you'll head
doing
down the
it.
gangplank.
Okay.
I appreciate the fact that because you're not using push to talk from the sounds of things, the music cut off every time you stop talking.
It was still very effective.
It was very effective, though.
I'm
But
always
I do need to
looking at him like,
question.
who are you
I do
talking
need
to?
Yeah, there you go.
Feeling is love.
Are you monologuing out loud so Crisis can react with it, or?
Yes, because I'm doing it into my digital recorder.
Okay.
He's got a second digital recorder that has the music on it. Like,
No, it's actually
So
broken.
wait.
The music just starts up every time I press it to play. So to record.
Are you holding it in your hand, or is it something that's like kind of in your pocket that you just?
Oh, I'm holding it in my hand.
Okay. Oh, that takes all the fun out of it.
It is still a small
Rick.
recording device. It's not like
Yeah,
huge.
it's in my palm. It's like
Yeah.
tiny, little tiny thing.
So it just looks like he's talking to his hand.
Rick, how long were you on the force again?
Long enough? Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Never mind.
So
Never mind.
you make your way down the gangplank. You are checked off by Dockmaster Crippy Maisel. That's a name.
damn, we have to say goodbye to Hans Gruber.
It's not Hans Gruber, but okay. But yes, as you get your names checked off, and obviously Dockmaster Crippy just gets your names, make sure double crosses everything. He turns around and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know where to go? Do you need some Oh, ladies, yes, I know. The wagons are waiting for you to take you to the grazing ball. It's all right, calm down. Yes, I've got to talk to these lovely people. I've never seen their names on the manifest before, so, yes, sorry about that. Oh, the ladies are lovely. Do you need anywhere to stay? Do you need a map to know where you're going, or...?
Yes, probably.
Yes, a map would be nice, and a recommendation on place to stay. Yes.
It depends. How far do you want to be? Inside the city walls, outside the city walls, far away from the ocean, in the student
breeze.
district? I see some of you are quite young, so, do you want to head into Party Row or anything like that?
Oh, Percy Row, tell me all about it.
Oh, it's where all the
I
young
will-
students who are at the university, yes, the Gazania
Oh.
University hang out and things like that.
Right. Yes, the university.
We have to take in the sights and sounds, of course. So yes, I think.
Well, let me... And he pulls out a little folded up tourist's map that, how they've got the pieces of thick card on either end and you open them up and it's the map's inside it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pulls out one of those and he kind of hands it to you. All right, that should show you everywhere it is. Obviously, there are all the districts inside the wall. Daylily Terrace, Stirling Green. We've got Fort Bloom, which is this one right here, and the Magnolia Shore. Once you head outside the wall, you've got some of the other places, which are a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more country-like, in Sweet Bay, Cottonwood, and Clover Bowl. So, head out there at your own kind of behest.
Which district do you think would really appreciate bold musical choices?
Bold musical choices? Oh, well, personally, the guards in the guard sector at Fort Bloom, they really like music. It depends if you're a bit more classical, because obviously the lawmakers and whatnot
Bold
are here.
musical choices.
Bold musical choices. Oh, I would definitely say out at the university in the Daylily Terrace or
That's what I thought,
or
exactly.
Sweet Bay. Sweet Bay does tend to have some of the churches and things like that. But, mostly, Daylily Terrace, that area. But if you do want just a good time and a little bit of roughhousing, in Fort Bloom, you can check out the Ruffled Feathers Adventuring Society. They can help you out if you need some little odd jobs or whatnot as well. And of course,
That
adventurers
would
love money.
definitely be a good idea.
Yeah, adventurers love money, and they love a good time. So can't recommend them enough. So.
Yeah, that one would definitely be a good idea if we want to get information and funds.
Oh, certainly.
Did you say funds?
Yes, funds.
Someone say funds? Oh boy, I love talking about money.
I
Come on,
love
now, let's
funds.
get together and let's all talk about what we're gonna do for money. So, hi, I'm Crisis, probably the Crisis in your life now. Hi, hello. I
Yes,
heard y'all
this is
were
the
Oh,
hiring.
I heard
Yeah.
you were friendly.
Yes, he.
I am friendly to those who hire me, and I am looking to be hired.
We pay an exposure.
Oh,
Look,
Are
we'll
you-
get your name out there. Everybody, if you work with
Tell you
us,
what,
that will up
I-
your prestige. You'll get better clients by working with us. That's what will happen. I guarantee it. Look at me in the eyes.
What
I
type of
guarantee it.
work do you do?
What kind of work don't we do?
Yeah.
If there's
My-
something
type of
happening, we're
work
there.
do you-
We're on the
My
pulse of
man,
it.
Crisis, if you join up with us, you'll be getting in on the ground floor of the
Ground floor.
Bardstead Sons.
Oh my god,
But
are we
it's
actually
sucks.
setting up an MLM?
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's
Men
not.
loving
It's
men?
not. It's not an MLM.
Multi-level
It's not,
marketing.
and it's not a cult. People stop saying it's a cult. It's not a cult. What it is an experience, and it's
Uh-huh.
one that everybody wants a part of. It's one that everybody
Uh-huh.
wants a part of.
Yeah.
And
You know, the last 2 cults I had to help chase out of a town told me the exact same thing.
but that's
Yeah.
it's not a cult though. They were cults. This is not a cult.
Yeah,
This
they
is-
said that as
This is
well.
your future.
Uh,
This is your future.
So it sounds like
Just a
y'all are a
cult.
band. I think I was a little bit confused. That's my bad. I jumped the gun a little bit here. I
We
kill
are
things
also
for a living.
adventurers.
Well,
We-
okay, hang on. Let's make this clear. Are you guys adventurers of
An
you go to your local mom
adventuring
and pop
band.
store and you go find their missing bread rolls, or do you actually adventure and get paid? Because anyone these days
If
is
you
an
had been
adventurer.
on the deck of the boat, you would have seen how much adventurers.
Listen.
Wrecked. Bow, bow, bow. Unintentional vicious mockery.
I am embarrassed by that. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm willing to give y'all a benefit of the doubt. So let's do this. A favor for a favor, right? Dig. I need help with something here. And it sounds like y'all could use someone who can shoot stuff.
Your little friend's employee said that you had it covered.
Yeah, but I'm looking for someone and he's not exactly social. And I'm looking for him at a tavern and it's just gonna be a whole thing. He's an adventurer. Maybe y'all can get some adventuring tips from him. The whole point being is while my good old buddy and pal Rick over there may not be looking for work after this, I certainly am. And so help me find this guy. I'll help you do something for free. And then we could talk actual funds and costs when you guys have money. Because really, I'm just here to kind of be here. I did this job as a favor.
Exactly. You rub our back, we'll rub yours. I don't suppose you could give some information about the person that you're
Don't touch
looking
me.
for.
All this rubbing.
Yeah. No, don't touch me. Don't. I'm looking for a
Noted.
guy. His family's worried because he came out here. He hasn't mailed them back in a while, and looking for a guy we call Bill's Lagon, and he is
Right.
friends with someone I'm friends with, and so my friend sent me to go find his friend because his family asked his friend to ask me to go find him. Real
Your-
simple, right?
This friend of a friend, he
Yeah.
is a caster, an arcane user?
No. He's just a guy. He used to sell
Uh,
our scrap back in the day, but he kind of decided he got bored with that and took up adventuring.
I look to Sebastian and Breeze, who should, at this point, from living on this realm, be well aware that you must be a caster or magic user to traverse on your own between realms.
The fact that the people that you've met don't seem to be casters.
Yeah, but he's saying this guy did it on his own, whereas these guys could have gotten help.
Yep.
But we don't know that this guy didn't get help.
Yeah.
Bill's a weird guy. Good guy. I want to say that now because I've met him like once or twice in a brief. Hey, here's all my crap. Can I sell it to you? Awesome. Kind of meetings, but he's pretty all right. He's done right by me and mine. I just want to find the guy.
Has he
Help
been
me
trying
find
what-
Bill.
Has he
I'm
been
sorry?
obscuring his trail? Is he trying
No.
not to be?
No, just stop sending letters back. His family got worried. Bill's a bit of an older guy. And so, of course, he said, "Oh, I'm going to be an adventurer again." And everyone said, "Bill, you're pushing 70." And I know 70 is like the new 50, but it's still.
And once you find this man, you'll bring him back or just report back on his location?
Get him to
I mean,
send his letters.
Ding dong, there you go, little lady. I'll just have him send back a letter.
I suppose he's got
Rick's-
an ethereal connector and we can cut this search incredibly short.
Exactly. In fact, here's the deal, right? Let's say we mosey on our way down to the tavern, and he just happens to be there. Guy just hasn't sent a letter or hasn't had a connection in a while. All right, cool. No harm, no foul. I still want to do business with y'all because I don't really know anyone else out here. But now it's not just because we owe each other favors, but because I genuinely want to create partnership, and I also like money.
Can I roll an insight check? Is this story that he's telling us true? As far as he knows it, to the best of his knowledge.
You can roll an insight.
Okay.
Sure.
I know that you're. I don't think you need to roll anything in return. Crisis,
No.
So
Why is nothing happening? Did I click? 21.
21. Yes. It has rolled to the GM, yes. 21. Yeah, he seems to be telling.
Oh god, why is it click to roll to the GM? Sorry.
That's all right.
No, it's click to public.
Oh.
I have it set to public. This is weird.
It is weird. That is weird. Because it should be coming up, but.
Yeah, it's not coming.
No, it was a 21. However, with a 21, is it the truth to the best of your knowledge, Crisis?
Yes.
He seems to be, he might be talking about it in a really awkward way, but yeah, he seems that he's...
Awkward way?
It was awkward.
I will hold out a hand to shake, and wrapped around that hand will be a necklace with several charms and beads on it, and I will just hold out the hand to whoever and say, "Shake on it?" Huh?
No need, my word's good.
Sebastian will extend his head and shake on it. Of course,
I
mate.
will clasp his hand in mine. All right, brother. That is how we should do business. Always a good handshake. All right, so
Sign of a trustworthy fellow, a good handshake.
I've met a lot of guys with really good handshakes who would easily sell me out. So I don't know too much about that. But the main thing I think is we need to go to a tavern.
Finally.
Name the tavern.
In Fort Bloom, the Grazing Bowl is
Wonderful,
where
I want to go
he's
there anyway.
apparently staying.
Let me just change out of my disembarking outfit and I'll be right with you.
I'm sorry, you're what?
Do you have the steamer trunks from Volcano?
No, honestly, she only has like disembarking outfits and then that's it. And then everything else is...
How do you change out of your disembarking outfit?
That's what I'm like wondering, is there anywhere I can like, is there a tree I can hide behind?
There are plenty of trees and foliage and things like this. Plus,
Maybe
there are
public bathrooms.
Well, no, there are.
Oh, but it's a public bathroom, yeah.
Well, there are public
probably to a
bathrooms
coffee
and
shop.
alleys
Yeah.
and things like this. Yes.
I'll probably to a coffee shop and say, "Oh, can I use your bathroom? Thank you so much. Thank you so kindly." You know.
So
Yo, I'm sorry, her disembarking outfit. Like,
Yes, apparently she has a few for different occasions.
People have
she
standards, you know.
Mhm.
Oh. And your guys are trying to pay me an exposure? You don't have any money on you?
No.
Yeah, I think they're called influencers.
Oh, God, the worst kind.
What's nice?
While you're standing around waiting for Breeze to
But it's not. It's not a crazy complicated
Oh.
thing. She doesn't have. She doesn't have a series of ridiculous outfits. It's just she has a few. But she knows she's in a new place. She has to make an entrance.
She's
Anyway,
had
please
to,
continue.
like,
Exactly. But while you're
had
doing
to like treat her suitcase as a bag of holding, even though it's not. It's
what I
just
was
cram.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely fine. Like, you're getting changed. It's still going to take you just a second or so. But while that's happening, as you're standing there, the rest of you that are standing out in the street just kind of waiting, you see a small pinprick of light that becomes like this little flash momentarily. And standing there, you can see a young woman with a kind of honey-coloured bob. She's reasonably thin and lithe. She appears to be some kind of half-elf, elf kind of genealogy. She's got bright green eyes, and she's got a pair of knee-length shorts with like a little leather vest and a satchel crossing her body, a crossbody satchel with like a cap. And she's kind of looking around, apparently holding a letter, which, as you can see, the letter, you can see that there's like a goldish thread coming off of it, Rick, that seems to be kind of connected to you. And as she sees this, you see that she's like, realizes and heads in your direction.
I'll slowly place my hand on the butt of my revolver.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you, Mr. Rick Rake?
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, I have a letter for you. Do you have any...
Did you know I was here?
Oh, nothing stops the post, sir. But I do need to see a sign of your just ID, and just sign here to say that I've delivered your letter.
What sort of ID do you need?
Oh, just some kind of photo ID saying that you're Mr. Rick Rake and that I'm giving the letter on to the right person. Because, you know, nothing stops the post.
And what happens if I don't have any photo ID?
Oh, I can take a small sample just to double check.
Okay.
She's just waiting to see which option you select.
I give you a business card. Does that count?
Oh, not really, sir. Just hold out your finger and I can actually do a biometric detection.
Okay.
She quickly scans you, has a look at it. You can see lines and lines of text come up. She has a quick read. She's like, oh, yes, here it is. Just need your signature, sir. Anyone who is perceptive may roll a perception if you'd like, as if you're reading over his shoulder, as she's holding out this tablet for a signature.
I'll sign it, but with the wrong hand.
Yeah, you may do so.
I'm shameless, so I'm not going to be very subtle.
None of you are particularly perceptive about this. You can see for like a government ID, there's a lot of text on here apparently identifying who this guy is, with a very awkward photo. You know how, when people are getting their driver's license photos?
The driver's license.
Yeah.
Photos, yeah.
Someone talked to me at the last second. I turned my head slightly. What?
Yeah, and you look a bit stunned,
But-
yeah.
But boom, my passive perception.
What is your passive perception?
It's 16.
Okay. Well, I will say that you're somewhat distracted, but you do notice that there was, because it is passive and you caught it out of the corner of your eye, you did see that there was another name on there. It seemed like Rick seems to have more than one identity. I won't tell you the name. You couldn't quite discern it because it was out of the corner of your eye, but it would appear that Rick Rake just seems to be one of the names he goes by. So, and so she hands over a parchment envelope with as you can see on the back, it is a red wax seal sealing it shut, Rick, that does have the Moonlight Detective Agency logo on it. So this letter, and you recognize the handwriting on the front, to Rick Rake.
Yeah.
What does the Moonlight Detective Agency logo look like?
You will all see in a moment. Maybe. No, it's you can see it. It's well, you would know this anyway, because
We
you
had it
employed him. Yeah, it's a crescent moon with a magnifying glass crossed over it. So, she hands that over, tips a cap to you. Have a good day, sir. Thank you for doing business, and we hope that you choose to do your business with our courier service again in the future. And she goes to push a button, but she's like, "Wait, oh yes, sir."
I'm sorry. By chance, is there a way we can like contact you when we're like out in the field? Like,
Unfortunately,
call
no. You do
someone
need to
to
go into
us,
one of
or
our
is it-
offices. Unfortunately, we're not like a. We are a delivery service, but we're not a messenger service, sir.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you much.
All right. Well, have a lovely day. And she pushes a button and vanishes in a flash of light.
Rick will tuck the letter into his coat.
You may do so.
You ever consider changing your detective agency's symbol, Rick?
Why is that?
I don't know. Just the moon with the
You got a problem with it?
Oh no. Well, yes, kind of. The moon with the spyglass looks kind of weird. Doesn't look right to me. I think it needs something else. The moon I like. That can stay. But I don't know.
It's fine how it is, thank you.
Hey, Breeze, were you kidnapped or something?
As you say that, Breeze comes out of the bathroom at this cafe, also carrying a coffee. No, not carrying a coffee. Comes out of the bathroom.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I got one. Maybe I did get one. It would make sense. But it's one of those. It's one of those ones. It's one of those cherry blossom ones. You know, it's like she's got a cherry blossom latte
with like a huge amount of whipped cream on top and like pink sprinkles.
Oh, did you get us one?
Yes, they're waiting inside. You just have to go in, ask for what you want, and pay.
All right then. Now, we all look very beautiful in the sunlight of this dock, but I believe we have some business to get to before daylight escapes us.
So where are you heading? You have the map. The world.
tavern.
The tavern is yours. Yes.
Yeah, the tavern.
So
What time of day is it, actually?
What time of day? It is just before midday.
Okay.
So, it is, as you can see, the area around these docks are bustling with activity of fishing boats and various sailing vessels and things like this. You can hear the sounds of music coming from the tavern off to the night captain's residence, which has some very large vine-like walls around it. But yeah, it seems that this place is bustling with activity like any kind of trade hub tends to be. If you are making your way towards the Grazing Bull Tavern, you will see out the front there appears to be a metallic bull standing out the front of it. Let me have a look at my descriptions. Because I have descriptions. That's the menu. That doesn't help me. Okay, so yes, you walk up to this tavern. It seems to be made of a lovely red brick with a lot of light oak wood accents everywhere. Out the front is a bronze bull statue that does seem to be smoking slightly at the nostrils. It's not moving or anything, but yes, it is indeed standing sigil. That doesn't feel...
Vigil?
Vigil, thank you. Vigil out the front, where...
Sigil.
Yeah, sigil. Where, obviously, you can see it boldly realising that it is the Grazing Bull, and above it is on a big black sign in bronzed letters is the Grazing Bull Tavern.
Are there posters or anything outside of like upcoming gigs?
There
Upcoming
is.
events?
There is. You
Okay.
can see several event posters. One of them, you do see a poster for one of your father's events. Like it's
Okay.
apparently a big spectacular that happened maybe 2 weeks ago. You can
2 weeks ago. Oh, so that's maybe what he left for then, because
potentially, yes.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like it's very flashy, basically. Even the poster, like it's got metallic pieces to it, like it's foiled and things like this. Like it's very flashy. Underneath it, just to one side, kind of vaguely kind of covering it, there's a small like hand-drawn photocopied poster for another bard who is performing here, Armel Bamey. But it's like a very much they drew it themselves, or, you know, one of their family members drew it and then they went and photocopied it. And it's kind of, your father's is basically just sitting over the top of it, kind of covering it. But you can see that this Armel Bamey is supposed to be entertaining here for the next week or so. But unfortunately, you can see that when people are stopping, they're oohing and ahhing over your father's poster, and actually they don't even.
the gig has
notice.
happened. So
Yeah, the gig has happened.
I pull it down. If I can.
You may do so. Yes, no one stops you from pulling it down because the date has passed. So, and it's a very nice quality poster. Like it's matte black with foiling and like bright colours. It's very nicely printed.
Yeah, like I'm sure it's like it's his eyes very close and starlight, like almost. It's like it's ridiculous. I put it down. And I fold it up and just take it away. Okay.
Yep.
I'll Sebastian will lean behind Breeze. Big fan?
Yeah, I can't get enough of him.
Well, maybe we'll be like him one day in our stardom.
Yeah, maybe. We should go inside.
Before we go inside, I grab Crisis's trousers and just give him a little tug. Just let them go in ahead for a little bit, and then we'll go in so it looks like we're not together.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Rick only comes up to like Crisis's knee.
Yep.
No, he just pantsed Crisis in the middle of the street.
Because I believe Crisis is 6'2", 6'8".
That's a wide range of 6'2", 6'8". He is 6'4".
6'4".
For those of us above the 6 foot mark, no, it's not.
What's 6 foot?
Yeah, so Crisis, for everyone just listening at home, Crisis is 6'4", whereas Rick is, I believe,
3 foot.
3 foot. There you go. So waist height.
Wee.
Yes. So
Let's do one of those character height things. Yeah.
So you make your way in, Breeze. Because it is almost lunchtime, this place, being close to the Dock District, being close to the Knights Guard District, the adventuring society and things like this place is exceedingly busy. Like, you're struggling to see tables available and whatnot. Behind the bar, you do see two tallish-looking women, without getting up closer and asking their exact particulars, but they're reasonably tall. You would say that they're easily as tall as, I believe, Hasa, you're about 6 foot, correct?
Hasa is 5'7".
5'7". So they would be taller than Hasa at least. So they are definitely on the taller side. But their skin seems to have this radiant glow to it. They are darker of skin tone. But their hair is this kind of like golden, luminous curls and waves that they just seem to be glowing with this internal light. For anyone who doesn't know, these are Peri. So they are essentially, you can see that they are very emotive in when they're interacting with people. You can see that they're really involved when they're having a conversation with somebody, even if it's a quick moment that they're passing with. You're watching all of these emotions like twist over their faces as they seem to be experiencing that emotional connection with those they're talking to. But the biggest thing that kind of stands out is they have these gold tattoos that frame their eyes, and each of their tattoo designs are different, but they do have these beautiful golden tattoos that seem to frame their eyes. So, and you can hear the sound of a lute over at the small stage that is off to one side, and you can see that sitting atop a stool, her little fuzzy booted feet hanging over the edge, is a young koala bearkin who is strumming away. You would assume that this is Armel Bamey, just kind of playing
any
some
good?
lunch. I will get you to roll me a perception. You've got an ear for music, so you'll be able to. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, actually, could I roll performance because I'm judging the performance
Oh,
of somebody?
certainly, I will allow you to do that.
Thank you very much. It keeps on going to GM, like you can see. It's
know,
not
right?
on 2GM. It's on. Okay, I'm switching it over, switching it off.
Let me
I'm gonna
have
do a test roll of random. It's still going to 2GM.
Let me
I don't know what's
have a
going on.
look. What's going on?
Thank you.
Sheet.
But I got a 21 again. So
You did get a 21. I did see that. Yeah, you've got it set to public, so I don't know why it's
Smack her with a hammer.
character always. Oh, I know why. It's set to always whisper rolls. Don't worry. Never.
Why no? I
alright.
hate the way the character sheet sets up so weird when you first get it.
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, you've already
Okay.
set to public, so I don't know why it didn't automatically.
Yeah, I
How
put
that-
to toggle, so it's weird. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
no, they should roll.
Let me do
perfectly.
another test roll.
There
Okay,
we go.
there we
Okay, so performance. Yeah, no, I mean, she's reasonably good. She's got this quiet talent that she's not missing any notes or anything like this. She could play a little bit.
She's not flashy.
Yeah,
but
she's not
just-
flashy, but she could perhaps play just a touch more confidently. But that could just be an experience thing, or judging by the fact that your father's poster has covered up her poster for the better part of a week, and maybe she hasn't really gotten the audience she'd hoped.
I just didn't even have the gumption to take it down.
Oh,
Which makes me sad.
I mean, you've met the fans of your father. They are rabid. Your
Yeah.
father has like BTS level fame.
Yeah, he's annoying. In fact, if I'm gonna go to like because what I want to do then is there a kind of a smallish table with people who don't look very? This is a weird question. Because I want to appreciate her playing, and all the tables are full, right?
Yes.
There's no seats towards the front.
No.
Is there a smallish table? Because I don't want to rob her of any that don't look like they're paying attention to her for a start, and also don't look very confident.
Let me have a look. Roll a dice in person. Yeah, there seems to be a small table of what appears to be dock workers who are just leaning over their meals, just eating,
Down they're eating.
They're taking a big bite. Oh, they're almost done. But,
Okay.
they're doing that thing where they're kind of ignoring each other and just eating their meals as fast as they can, drinking a beer, and just kind of not really paying attention to the music. They just kind of grabbed whatever table they could and, so they're not really paying attention.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for them to finish their last bite, and then hustle over looking important.
As you walk over, one of them kind of stops mid-bite and looks up at you, looking a bit dumbstruck.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. This table was reserved. Did they not tell you? Oh, don't worry. I'll allow you to finish your meal, but of course, after that you'll have to leave.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize, man.
Not a problem.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
don't dally.
We'll be done, and like he's looking at his friends who are like basically finishing up. Probably like a minute if that's cool.
Of course. Take your time. And she says that in a way that's like, don't though. Of course, yes.
He kind
Take
of
your
like
time.
takes another slow bite.
Oh my
At the
god.
slowness of the bite, she looks impatient.
All right.
and like stands there like just staring at them, waiting for them to finish their
He
meal.
starts to get frustrated. Roll me an intimidation.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
16?
that's all right. Basically, you stand there just close enough that you're in his personal space. You're not touching him, but you're just close enough that he's starting to get uncomfortable. So you watch as he like opens up his napkin and wraps up the rest of his burger, chugs his beer, and he's like, "Last girl did like, she's just totally killing my vibe." He gets up and kind of shoves
my
past you a little bit.
God.
Oh, you should maybe pay attention to the signs on the table that say reserved. Wow.
He kind of
Rude.
like hip checks you a little bit as you know, as on his way
It does
out.
hear it. Oh.
Yeah. But the table still has plates on it, but it is
But
empty.
I will take it. I'll take a seat. I wanted to snag us a table for a start, but also, yeah. So I take a seat, and then very politely, if there is a server or anything, I will just indicate to them like, "Hey, there's some plates here." But that's it. But not in a rude way at all. Very politely, and I'll just pay attention to the musician and wait for the others to get in. That's all.
All right. So the rest
Snag
of
to the
you,
table, though, guys.
the rest of you watch as Breeze walks in, stands very close to a man, intimidates them into leaving, and then happily steals their table after they've left. And she like waves at you guys to say, "Got a table."
Val just kind of shuts over a bit. He's been following along.
As you guys walk
calms
in,
himself down.
after a minute or so, Rick and Crisis, you kind of wander in as Breeze and the others are getting settled at the table. You watch as one of the young women behind the bar kind of heads over. She's the shorter of the two, still close to 6 feet. She's got like these amber colored eyes. She's got these gold kind of zodiac like tattoos that frame her eyes. She's very pretty. Wearing like gold cuff earrings. All of the jewelry she's wearing is kind of gold to complement her honey gold hair. And yeah, like I said, they have these glow to them that seems to kind of radiate from them. As you walk in, Crisis and Rick, she walks past you, and you kind of get this aura of warmth that kind of washes over you that makes you feel welcome and homely. As she's like, "Oh, I'll be right with you guys. Just take a seat wherever you can find one. If not, take a seat at the bar, and I'm sure Aridus will take care of you." And she goes over to talk to the others, leaving you to try to get a seat. Crisis and Rick, where are you heading?
Let's go to the bar.
Yeah, man of my words.
You can see that there are a couple of bar stools available at the wood-topped bar.
How does Rick get into the bar stool?
Oh, he just swings up onto it.
Yeah, scrums up.
Okay.
Puts his hand. Parkour.
What I will say about the bar stools is they are average size seated bar stools. So if you're 3 feet tall, you've got to scramble up into them. But if you're 8 feet tall, it's like you're sitting on a stool, like a tiny little stool.
A footstool. Yeah.
So you take a seat. You can see that there are all types sitting at this bar. Most of them are eating. You can see that there is a wooden menu, a trifold menu, sitting not far away from you. The current bartender, the woman known as Aridus, does seem to be in the middle of filling a glass with ice and making up a drink for somebody who has ordered something further down the bar. But she sees you and kind of like nods in recognition that she has seen you and that she'll be right with you.
Egan,
Yes?
what's on the menu?
Mm.
You wanna see the menu?
I want to see the menu.
Show me the money.
First menu of the campaign that we're seeing.
You pull the
Wait,
trifold
potato salad.
menu over to you.
Yeah, I assume there's one on my table too, hopefully.
Yes, there is.
Good.
Make it bigger for everyone who's watching at home. There you go. And I'll
Damn it, now I'm hungry.
give you a hot second to look through.
Ah! I did it to myself.
I don't know if we're planning on staying here, but it used to be quite busy. I don't know if we're all going to get places.
Well, we could share rooms.
You can ask. Whenever I would come by, it's usually maybe like one, but
Well, I'll see if I can snag us a couple of rooms. Breeze, should I try to snag us a gig now, or perhaps give it a bit to simmer?
Yeah, I really want to check out the vibe of this place first, if you don't mind. And this performer's quite wonderful. I'm listening to them, so let's just feel it out and see what those. And when we agree to help them, maybe we have to move on quickly. So I don't want to commit to anything. I'm a woman of my word. Handshakes for cowards. So if I say I'll do something, I'll do it.
all right.
All right.
When we get the opportunity as well, I need to drop Ash back at the teleportation pads.
Why? He's been such a help so far.
It has, yes, but while I did have the majority of the hand in making it, it's mostly on loan to protect us on the way here. And now that we're here, he's not going any further. So I'm
All right,
sending
then.
him back.
He's standing out the front, having a stare off with the copper bull.
Well, I'll ask about that. Hasa, can you hand me the brochure?
Yeah, I'll hand it over to him.
As
And I'll
For sure.
take it and
I'm
head
assuming-
towards the front desk of the inn,
Sure.
the tavern.
As you do that, we will take a quick 5-minute break, everybody. So we will be back
Yes.
in 5 minutes. So go get a drink, go to the bathroom.
I need period after looking at the menu.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
I will see you when you all get back.
Children used to run and play. Look at all the mess we made. Guess I never know where it went wrong. Sometimes I feel like all that's sad, 'cause viral then people forget. In this crazy world I don't belong. I see fire burning, but I close my eyes. I'd rather deny that. Everything is falling out of place. I see trees ripped from the ground, but nobody makes a sound. I see fire burning, but I'm fine. No, I'm nobody. We are not alone. There's more to life than this. Show me what you know. Take me to that place. I'm stuck within these walls. I need a quick escape. You know where I can go. Take me to that place.
Oh, soda bread. I love soda bread.
Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying the menu.
Oh, and soda bread muffins. I don't like muffins, but I like just soda bread in
Just
general.
making sure this isn't going to.
And we're back.
We are back, yes. So there you go. That's what the place you're actually in looks like on the interior.
Oh, okay.
So,
Pretty modern. Pretty
and
nice.
for you guys, if you just want a vaguish
Very nice.
of the three ladies who actually work here, it's just I need to make sure that I'm not including the viewers at home, because obviously while I do have reference artwork, I can't show it because it's not my artwork to show. So this is Aridus.
Ooh.
She's pretty.
Some of the pictures won't look exactly right because obviously there isn't established artwork for things like Gobics and things like this. So, because they.
But that would still end up being sexy with Tegan.
No, not necessarily. I will say for those people who want to know where the Perry come from, they come from the Corpus Angelus Kickstarter. So again, highly recommend if you want good and evil based things.
I'm going to be honest with the recent. I think it's called Valiant Hearts. God, what's the name of the twin robots in that one game? All right, ignore me. I lost where I was going with that.
No, that's all right. There we go. Yeah, no, we just had a bit of a break, and they were all
She
the TV
cute.
shows. Yeah, you're talking about Amel.
And she looks so
So
scared. I'm like, yeah, like I encourage like all artists. We all need to help each other. So I think very much like Breeze is sitting forward, being like, giving her most supporting stare. Oh,
staring lovingly and adoringly.
But yes, so what you can kind of see on the screen at the moment, everyone, is the menu for the Grazing Bull Tavern. The Grazing Bull, by the way, was a fan channel point redemption, the name of the Grazing Bull and their whole concept, so thank you. I do have it written down somewhere. I just can't remember where.
You go, Glen Coco.
Yes. So, yeah, when I'm building the world maps and town maps and things like this, you can save up your channel points and name businesses and name NPCs and things like this. So, just letting you know that. All right. So, jumping back in, I believe Rick and Crisis are waiting at the bar to be served. Sebastian, Hasa, and Bao and Breeze are sitting there just as Callus Vara approaches you with her little ordering tablet. Oh, welcome to the Grazing Bull. How can I help you today?
I had gone to the bar.
Yes, you had gone to the bar. I just
Yes.
remembered that as I said that. There was crossover. So you're waiting at the bar to try and get a room, I believe. Correct?
Well,
I think the only
And a drink.
I think it's a half split. Like Bao, Breeze, and Haas are at the table. Rick, Crisis, and Sebastian are at the bar.
Okay, so
perfect.
Breeze in the table. I'm assuming you order food. Order whatever.
Yeah, I would actually say, I would be annoying about it because, of course, I'd just say, like, I've had breakfast, so I'm not hungry, but this food looks so good, so I am hungry. What would you recommend?
Oh, you'd be surprised. I mean, personally, I always say that the butteries are always a good choice. You know, who doesn't love a
Something
good flaky cheese?
savory, though, I think. Something savory.
It is a good... I mean, if you don't want something like that, the flatbread with bacon and... It's made from mashed potato. It's lovely and fluffy. It's got a bit of that crispy bacon that's served with it. It's not too big, so... You know, that's not too bad. However, if you're just looking for something a bit more like nibbly or anything like that, of course, the potato skins are always fabulous.
Those all sound wonderful. And so she does the annoying thing of ignoring all of her suggestions, saying, I'll have the fake cream liqueur infused egg bread, please.
Of course. And she puts it through, orders it. This particular tavern does not have cheesecake.
No! What happened to the cheesecake supremacy?
I can't
It's
put...
the shortcake. The shortcake.
No, it's
not the same. It's not the same. However, so you order, I'm assuming the others put in an order. She goes off to make it for you. Yeah. As she's doing it all on the tablet and she presses send. So as she comes around the bar, Sebastian, she kind of approaches you. Did you want to add an order to your friend's order, or what would you like?
Looking at one of the menus, presumably on the bar.
Yep.
I don't know what half of this food is.
I make bougie menus.
It's all good.
I know.
Nothing on it is bad.
I'll have the thick mashed potato and corned beef pancakes accompanied by eggs, grilled vegetables, and black and white pudding.
Oh, certainly. Now, was there anything else I can help you with?
Looking around, is anybody else within earshot?
There are a couple of people, not too many, but no one seems to really be paying attention to you.
All right, well, I'll lean in a bit, and it's like, I've got a few questions. I hope they won't be taking up too much of your time, but would you be willing to answer some for me?
Of course. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Did you recently come into town?
Yes, my friends and I are very new to town.
Oh, certainly.
And we're getting the feel for the city, you know?
Of course. What can I help you with?
Well, my friends and I, we're thinking about starting a band, and I was just wondering what the sign-up process for that would be at your fine establishment.
Do you want to book a performance space, or... I mean, you don't really have to register to be a band or anything like that. It's kind of just something you do and you feel and everything like that. I mean... It must be so nerve-wracking for you starting a band and starting out, and exciting, of course. What exactly are you wanting to book a space on our stage? Because, of course, we'd love to help out someone new. Like I said, that would be so exciting.
Oh, well, unfortunately, madame, I'm rearing to go. We've gestures his head over to the table. My friend over there, Bao, the cat man, he's still working on his triangle skills, you know.
Oh, I can completely understand. And you know what? We take all kind of people here. And you know what? You don't have to necessarily be very good or, that's the whole point of practice. Oh, by the way, you can call me Callus.
Callus. That's a
Yes.
beautiful name, Callus. I'm Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian, that's such a wonderful name, too. You seem kind of troubled.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's kind of a thing that we kind of do. I can kind of sense emotions and things like this, and you just seem sad.
I'm afraid your radar might be a bit off, madame. I'm perfectly fine.
You want to roll a deception on that?
Sure.
She loves troubled men. It's like, oh no.
You can't hide your depression from me, buddy.
So just as a
Callus is just thinking, I can fix him.
I will. Well,
Oh my
that
god.
that is the Perry's whole thing. So, just as a little side note, the Perry are a carefree folk that believe in the power of experiencing life rather than understanding it. They are a mystic people of ardent emotions, trying to sympathise with the actions of others who are driven by strong sentiments. So, they're very. Once a feeling affects a Perry, they kind of stay with them until it reaches an extreme. So, good luck.
I've never known a bartender to ask someone, "Hey, what's on your mind today? Why are you sad?"
Let's see.
Yeah,
Maybe
they've
had a
never
bad
offered
day.
to listen.
We're about to figure out why.
Well, it's okay because you rolled a 12.
I rolled a 9. Not
Why did you
according to
come as
mine.
8?
No, I'm apparently stupid. 12.
Yeah, it's okay. Me math bad too. It's okay because she rolled an 11. So she's like, looks dubiously at you, but takes your word for it. You must be
Perhaps-
right. My radar must be off. I'm really, really sorry about that.
No, don't trouble yourself with it.
I
Happens to
would
the best
hate
of
to
us.
cause anyone undue stress by prying too much into their business.
Well, if you'd like to make it up to me, I have a couple questions. Outside, I saw this magnificent poster of a rather strapping young
Did
man.
we decide on a name for your dad, by the way?
Insert dad's name.
Can we call his can his stage name be something like the first thing that came in my head is like Vale. I don't know, like a cool stage name.
Rail?
Vale, like
Okay.
VEIL.
V.
Because I think it feels like
yeah.
it feels like he would have a one-word stage. Because I think I know roughly
Like
his
Cher.
real name. I think he'd have like a one-word stage name because
Yeah, he can
he'd
have
say
that.
too many. I think he'd have like a speech about it. It'd be like too many names. It shows this, right? And so he'd be very much like a one-word guy.
always written in capitals too, no lowercase. So
Yeah, I think like in really gorgeous font is like
The
just
veil.
yeah.
is just Vale.
And he's got his albums like Piercing the Veil and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Damn
and
it,
it's all
I
like
was
it's all like,
gonna
oh, if
get
only you
him
could see
being
behind the
stabbed.
veil, and it makes him so mysterious. And people are like, oh, I just want to peek behind
Okay,
the veil
yes,
and see the real
so-
him,
okay,
but nobody
so-
can because he's so mysterious.
Your father's
Yeah.
stage name is Veil. Okay, there you go, Sebastian.
Okay.
That's who the poster was for, Veil.
So I saw
me
the
just-
poster for the magnificent artist Vale. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, we love him around
It's
here.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing to say, but he's honestly like, oh my god.
I mean, you wouldn't be the only one. There are a lot. There are a lot of fans. He has a huge following, men, women, people from all walks of life. Who doesn't? He's just got such charisma, and his stage shows.
Right.
His stage shows, I don't know how he does some of his effects, but it's almost like, I mean, I know bards have this kind of inherent magic, but some of the things he does, it's like he creates amazing things out of nowhere that I could have never seen. I've never seen anyone like him.
I caught a show of his in Seeker's Respite. Oh, I almost died.
I mean, that has happened from time to time. You know, the rumor is that if you spend a night with him, it is literally to die for.
Well, Callus, fan to fan, I wanted to wanted to follow his shows, but I was late for this one. I don't suppose you know where he'd be playing next. Is he on tour at the moment? Perhaps.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
very, very elusive. I mean, if you can keep a track of, where he is on the Ethernet, he tends to like put out his announcements 2 days before he's set to, which, it's part of the mystery. No one actually knows where he's going to be next. But I mean, if I had to speculate, considering the fact that I know that he came from the Eladrin courts and things like that. And, there were lots of rumors. He did put out a statement that he was apparently taking some time off for some family business. But, I mean, he could never let us down that long. Let's be honest. So if I had to speculate, I would guess it's probably somewhere up north.
Come on, Callus. Throw me a bone here. A little bit more specific than that.
Okay. Between you and me, personally, look, I don't have any of his personal agendas or anything like this, but if I had to guess, I would probably say he's heading for Iris. And, it makes sense. He would head to the capital. Iris is on the way to the Rising Dominion where the Spring King holds his court. It would make sense as someone of his stature.
You're a lifesaver, my dear.
Oh, well, I do what I can.
Now, final question. My friends and I are looking to book a room. I don't suppose you have any available for someone like us?
We have one room available, unfortunately, but I don't know, maybe you could check out some of the, as much as I hate to turn business away, you could check out some of the other taverns around the place. Unfortunately, we are a little busy at the moment, what with all of the weird attacks happening and everything like this. Some of the outer people in the outer suburbs are coming in to stay where it's a bit more protected. So unfortunately, we're a little busy at the moment. So we have one room, but I mean, if you all want to squish in and share.
How many beds?
Two single beds.
6 people.
Yeah, it sounds amazing, doesn't it? I'm afraid it's difficult for me to share a bed with friends, as I'm so often sharing it with others. But I appreciate
What a
your-
chat.
Thank you very much for your help today.
You're very welcome. If you need any help at all, just, you know where to find me.
Will do. Thank you very much. And I'll return back to the table.
Okay. You return to the table. While this
He
is...
loves you.
Meanwhile, Rick and Crisis eventually, Aridus heads over to you. Hello,
Are
gentlemen.
there beer nuts? Are there beer nuts on the
Yes, there are.
bar? Rick's eating those.
They're nuts.
Hello, gentlemen. What can I do for you today?
I'll just have a bottle of your moldy sling whiskey, thanks.
Oh, of course. And how many glasses?
Just bring the bottle.
Of course. She turns around and reaches into a stack and pulls it over. Right. Any food to go with that at all? She's still got her hand on the bottle, by the way.
I'll flip out the coin and throw it on the bar.
Not so good, thanks.
Oh. The bottle of for the whole bottle of the moldy sling.
Yep,
That'll be 6 gold, sir.
not a problem.
Puts a small stack of coins. As she brushes it into her hand, she's like, "Pleasure doing business. Anything I can help you with else? I can help you with, gentlemen." She's looking at Crisis.
I'm not sharing.
All right, Rick, I get it. You're not. Yeah. Some of the fried pork, please.
Of course. She reaches over, taps into a tablet, sends it to the kitchen. Anything to drink?
Water, please. I would appreciate it.
1 water. And she pours it out. So you seem anxious and like you have questions.
I am a man that is easy to read, so I've been told. Yes, if you wouldn't mind, I actually have a single question.
Only one? I feel like you've got more going on behind all that gestures to all of you.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Listen, it's not that I don't want to ask you just the one, but I feel like I can only get help with just the one.
Oh, you never know if you never ask.
Ain't that the truth? Me and my associate here, we're actually trying to find someone who's gone missing. His family asked us to come out and find him.
Oh, that would explain your concern.
Right. Bill's Lagone.
Oh, yes, Bill, I remember. Yes, he was here.
Oh, how was he? Is he doing all right?
Yes, he seemed absolutely fine. He headed out the other day after speaking with the Adventuring Society.
Okay. Well, that makes this easier. Did he by chance mention where he was going or anything like that?
He was very excited about his new job, apparently looking into the situation up north with the mountains.
What's going on up yonder?
Oh, just we're seeing a lot of rare animal attacks. Normally they don't come this far south. Obviously, we're seeing the increase in sturge attacks. The gummy bears have gone absolutely mad. No one can get into their part of the forest.
I'm sorry. The gummy bears.
Yes, the gummy bears. They're not so bad. You know, normally they have minor scuffles with the giant ants and the gummy worms. But yes, the gummy bears.
Crisis is biting the inside of his cheek as hard as he can. All right, the gummy bears are fine with the gummy worms. All right. Does anyone have a idea what might be happening? We saw some of the sturges on the boat as we came in. It was kind of unpleasant.
The attacks have gotten quite bad. But if you wanted more information on your friend and Bill and where he was going, I would suggest talking to the Adventuring Guild. They would have all of the information over there. Yes, talk to Bug over there.
Bug. All right.
Yes, the head of the Adventuring Guild, Bug Lightyear.
Oh my god.
He's the worst part.
I love him.
The worst part is he's an Opteran as well.
All right. What time did they close?
Oh, they never close.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
Rick.
adventure is always out there. I get the impression that you would know that.
I don't know. Most of my jobs, I just sit around and take people's money. So,
Odd.
don't exactly call me the.
Like there's something. You have the most intriguing vibes. So dark.
What can I
and
say?
moody, yet
I'm an intriguing man.
Rick takes another swig.
What? I'm sorry. I don't mean to come off rude if this does, but Perry can tell people's emotions, right?
we usually have a good judge on it. Yes.
All right. What do you see when you look at me? And not the devilishly handsome man. He uses a lot of sarcasm, but just the emotional part.
A lot of sadness, a lot of loss.
Uh-huh.
Anger.
Uh-huh.
You're just seething with rage. I like that in a man.
Oh, all right.
What can I say? A lot of my friends say that they swear I'm part Minotaur. Red flags, love them.
Ooh.
Oh,
She just.
boy.
That's like. Is that a compliment or a backhanded insult? I can't quite tell.
It can be
Let's go
both.
with
It can be
yes.
both.
It's both.
I can
Man,
fix
this
him!
is-
I can fix him!
Oh,
Man, this session is Crisis gets burned by
She
everyone.
chooses Shane when she's placed Stardew Valley.
I don't. Okay.
I get the reference, don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll put my gold coin on the table. All right, just keep the change.
A little word of advice. Between you and
Uh-huh.
me.
Well, you, me, and Rick, because Rick's a nosy bastard.
I mean, there is a certain quote I've heard bandied about in certain books and things like this. But something I get off you. I don't know if it means anything, but that which is meant to be together can never be apart.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll make sense eventually.
I don't know. Maybe.
Who knows? Either way, your food will be out shortly.
I know what it is. I know what it is. I left my gun down in the room, and when everyone else got in a fight, I was locked out of my room. Couldn't get my gun. I should always carry my gun on me. You are absolutely correct. I am meant to be together. It fits perfectly in my hand and the crook of my elbow, and I have seen many uses with it. Absolutely.
Yes, you look like a man that knows how to handle a tool. Anyway, your food will be out shortly. If you need more water, let me know.
Do we roll the vicious mockery damage now?
Go ahead.
So much yelch.
So
Go
she
ahead
heads off
and
to
roll vicious
serve more
mockery.
people, leaving you at the bar.
Roll with advantage.
The group at the table, your food is brought out as Sebastian returns to the table.
I did order a dry white wine as well.
Yes. Make
Yeah,
the
I also
assumption that all
posted-
your food comes out, and you
To
ask
pose
which
a
is the
question in chat.
highest proof.
Yes.
You ask like that, the proof isn't on there.
It isn't. Oh, it
The
is.
first thing I look at when I
Well,
look at
it is on.
alcohol on the menu.
It is on the beers. You can automatically
Yes,
assume that.
Not an alcoholic, so I can't assume jack shit about alcohol.
Anything that you would assume is finely made is going to be higher. So the Moldy Sling whiskey, the
Black
imported
label.
molasses rum is probably going to be a bit higher too because it's got more sugar. So
Right. So the molasses one would probably be the highest.
pretty close, yeah. It would be between that and the whiskey.
All right. Yeah, he'll purchase a bottle of the molasses rum then.
How many glasses would you like with that? If you want glasses at all,
Nope, just the bottle.
Okay.
He just buys the bottle.
you buy the bottle. It is brought over to you. You have your drinks. You have your food.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Val and Breeze notice that as soon as the bottle arrives, he has like a slice of tablet that he's ordered with it. He grabs the bottle, puts it in his bag, and then nibbles on the tablet. Pays no regard to the alcohol. It's just straight in the bag.
Val does not even question because he doesn't know if this is normal or not. So he's just drinking his tea. It's good old
And yes,
Jasmine.
Sebastian, you join them after your conversation.
Bad news, guys. They're out of rooms. Well, one left.
I didn't know we were looking for rooms.
Well, we have to stay somewhere, unless you
Yes,
plan
but the
on.
day is young.
Well, Yes, but I would prefer to pick up a place to stay before night falls. Otherwise, we're going to be running around town trying to find the last hotel.
That is true.
Somewhere always opens up. I don't know. I believe that life has a way of working out.
Of course, in a place like this, you can always sleep on the coastline. But I might know some places. Let me have a look around.
Do I know of any places where I would have any influence to snag a room?
There is, well, you being who you are, potentially. You're still some kind of
Like someone, but
diplomat.
more. Yeah, never mind then. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, you are still a diplomat that people recognize. I would say the areas where you're going to have the best luck, though, is everywhere inside the wall.
You mentioned this was where Harsa would have gone for your university studies, yeah?
Yes, so you would have spent a lot of time in the Daylily Terrace, which is why you would also know, in a pinch, it's a lot more expensive than a regular room. But in a pinch, and if you want a comfy bed, you can purchase rooms at the brothel.
Yeah. If we really want to, and if your coin purses aren't empty, we could always stop by the red light district area.
Oh, you know it well?
No,
Honestly, you dog.
he like his skin is already purplish red, so you can't tell if he's blushing or not. It is just an option.
I knew you were an experienced man, Harsa. You were the right man for the job.
Sure. Anyway, I assume that you did not pick up the room here.
Well, I wasn't sure if we were going to be bunking together, if separate lodgings were the preference.
Right.
Glances at Breeze and Bow.
I'm sure you could snag a room for yourselves and we can all meet up.
There's the Billy
And
Goat.
if we don't find anywhere, we could all pile into one room.
I don't know where to go for rooms.
Which one is the brothel?
So the
I
Billy
can't
Goat
see it.
is
There's a lot of type.
the Billy Goat is the tavern. The Layflower is the brothel, at least in the Daylily Terrace.
Why the hell is there a brothel right next to the university?
Gee,
Of course there is.
Wild guess.
Location,
people gotta pay
location,
their-
location.
I will
Some
also
people gotta pay
point
their way
out.
through college,
I
I
will
guess,
also
yeah.
point
Are
out.
you new?
I will also point out where you are at the Grazing Bull Tavern. If you go one street over, the House of Secret Petals is also a brothel.
Yeah.
So
Some people got to pay their way through college, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Well, Bow, if you're going to have trouble finding a room, just stick with me. I'll get you a good one.
Yeah, sure.
Might I recommend, if you are not particularly flush with coin, avoid trying to buy a room at the brothels. It's a possibility, but it's expensive.
So how do you find it? How much does it usually cost you?
I just know that it's expensive.
I will tell you.
I don't want to know the actual answer. I'm just trying to gouge. So do they tend to gouge you for all your worth?
So
Do they tend to try and get you
what
to buy
you
more
would
drinks?
know, what you would know, it's about 10
Damn it.
10 gold per night. And then they have a food menu there as well, but it's a bit more aphrodisiac based.
And this is what Hazel tells us.
I've heard some hearsay. A couple of the other students I used to know said that they were looking at anywhere between 8 and 10 gold. The sweet talkers got in cheaper, but yeah.
Oh, so you always got in cheaply then.
It's also well, the other thing is it's where you get most of the actual cocktails from too.
Yeah. It's good drinks, apparently.
You just say apparently after everything. Apparently. It's nice. There's a cool breeze
Like-
that comes off the sea. But apparently.
I'd like to insight these apparentlys.
Yeah, go for it.
That was oblivious.
I don't want to insight because I want what I believe to be true to be true.
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, I'm just gonna roll a
No.
history just for my own curious.
Part of me wants you to go just for the food because I know, May, you love bougie food.
I do love bougie food.
The-
But we can get there eventually. We don't have to.
you don't
He doesn't know what a brother is. He
Yay,
doesn't know
we
what a
got another
brother is.
Hasa seems to be speaking from secondhand knowledge, not firsthand.
Really? He made a deception
I
check.
will-
That would imply first
I
hand.
will send you a message, Sebastian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But I'm choosing. I didn't roll insight specifically because
You're
I want to
choosing to
believe
believe.
that he
Okay.
100% knows
Go
what
for
this
it,
place
yeah.
is about. 100%. I'm giving him a "you sly dog" wig, but also like this is normal. Everybody has needs, kind of a knowing not. Well, we'll see whether. I mean, that's what I mean. I'm not in a rush to like book up a place. Is there a particular event that's going on right now that would make like hotels or rooms harder to find in the city?
Well, the same attack that befell us on the ferry appears to be a rather common occurrence as of late. So,
What do you mean?
well, a lot of those outside of the city are making their way inside for protection purposes. So, there
They've
appear to be
all-
monster attacks across the countryside.
Really, people that. Where did you hear this? What did you hear?
Well, I'm telling you exactly what I heard.
But what
There's-
type of monsters? From where? Are they from the same place that the sky bats, the streakers came from?
The Sturges?
Sturges? I couldn't think of the name, but I
No,
was
it's
going
a
to say it,
cloud
and
of
then I said it anyway.
streakers.
The streakers. The Sturges came from.
Shriekers
And
is the collective term.
For a stud. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Okay.
No, they're all wearing trench coats.
Rick?
They start clicking their little sturge fingers.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant, Hadries, and you should always think that.
Okay.
Sweet summer
definitely.
child.
Definitely.
Are they all
Okay.
from the same mountain range? Have you heard? Maybe there's something happening there.
I get the feeling that while the barmaids and such may have some information, if you're looking for details, that might be more of a guardhouse or adventurer
I
guild.
understand. It's just that Sebastian seemed to have some information. I didn't know how much he got. That's all.
Just that they're coming from the north.
They're coming from the north. Ah. Is Armel still playing, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that she's still playing in the background. Okay.
Well, in saying that there is at least a little bit of interest, she does perk up a little bit. She is playing a little bit more of a jaunty tune, as if she's
give
not
her a
trying
wink.
to immediately depress you.
Can I bardically inspire her? Can I give
You
her a
may.
wink?
You may. I will allow
Yeah.
you. Okay. You bardically inspire her.
I was waiting for something.
Sorry, I thought I lost sound for a second. Sorry.
I don't think you did.
No, I think
No,
we're
we all
waiting
just
for
went
you.
quiet at the
We
same time.
were really weirdly quiet.
So you cast your little bit of inspiration over her. How do you cast your inspiration?
I wink.
You just wink at her. You see that
Yeah.
she kind of like her back straightens up, her shoulders straighten a little bit, and she's kind of playing a little bit more saucily, kind of like she's like, yeah. She kind of gets into her groove. She's playing the music she is playing is a little bit folksy, got a little bit of soul to it, you know.
Woo! You go, girl.
as you cheer.
I'm glad as long as it's got soul but no jazz. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, she kind of gives you a wink, your table specifically a wink back as like a thank you, and so. But she is playing a little bit more cheerful. You do also notice that Crisis and Rick have not sitting with you. You can't sit.
Yeah,
with
but
us.
they did make a weird point about like we can't seem to be going in together. So
Yeah.
Hey,
I
you
would
two.
like to.
You two at the bar. Hey guys, you're gonna
I
come sit
would-
with us, or hey guys?
There's a little bit of a lull as everybody, a few people kind of look.
Goes,
I was about to subtly message and it's like, you guys,
Oh.
hey.
Stay here, old man. I'll go to them. I'll pick up my plate and I will go to them.
aren't we gonna go to the Adventurers Guild?
Well, I gotta tell them the thing first.
He's got some crispy pork belly.
Yeah,
I mean-
I'm eating my dinner.
Hey Rick, Rick.
Is it lunch?
I am
It is
making my way
lunchtime, it is
over to
lunchtime,
them. Oh, yeah, I'm eating my lunch.
You drag over an extra chair to sit with them, Crisis, leaving you alone, Rick. You can feel the.
Rick's actually looking at the mirror so I can see behind him.
You still keep shouting like, Rick, are you coming too? Are you coming
Rick.
over?
Rick, it's me. Rick,
Rick,
Arthur.
Say breath. He ain't coming. He ain't coming.
Oh, okay.
Man.
He has
man
a bottle
wants
of
to drink.
whiskey on the bar in front of him.
So, what's up?
Well, I just figured, we're all a part of a big group. We might as well communicate. These guys were discussing places to stay.
Well, you see, I'm actually glad y'all mentioned that because here's the thing. If y'all are still interested in helping me with Bill, word on the street is Bill went up north for something. But here's where we can turn this profitable. Apparently, there's some kind of problem going on with the local wildlife. The gummy bears and the gummy worms are fighting out in the forest. And
They're at it
Sturgis.
again.
Right.
Typical.
The noble gummy bears.
The noble gummy.
the noble gummy bears.
I look at all
mean,
three of them for
yeah.
a second, just kind of going, they're bullshitting me. I'm
It would
being
make
punked right now.
sense.
You can roll an
Yeah.
insight if you want.
No,
Bowers.
no, Crisis knows. Oh, fuck, I'm out of my depth here.
It
No,
would
don't
definitely
worry.
make sense if there were more strange goings on. I know you missed it because you were doing something downstairs, but there were actually a few sturges that attacked
Yeah.
the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you missed it, but a lot of people
Yeah.
really nearly got very hurt.
Yeah,
we
there
don't
was
worry, we
quite a
saved
few
them.
of them. It was very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah, well, I'm
I
glad.
don't know
I
that
didn't
you
waste
were like stuck
any of-
outside a door or something, but yes, we were helping people.
God.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Crisis.
God, I'm getting massacred today. Listen.
This is the new Jack. This is the new Jack.
Oh, God, no. All right, listen. I have a... Basically, what I'm proposing is, let's go talk to the Adventurers Guild. They sent old Bill up north. Maybe we can kind of get in on this whole, figure out what the problem is and get paid. Because I'll
Wait,
be
they
honest.
They sent Bill north.
Yeah, because he's an adventurer.
I thought
You could get
said
double
he was
paid.
like a. I thought you said he was like a scrap salesman person.
He was
I
having
know,
a
man.
crisis.
He was. Then he retired. Then he realized retirement was boring, and he decided to become an adventurer. Do you understand why his family sent me out here?
He's having a late life crisis, and his family
There
are
you
worried
go.
about him.
Yes, he's having a crisis, so they sent Crisis to stop his crisis. Now, what we should do, I think, let's all eat our lunch, enjoy the time, go talk to the Adventurers Guild, and then start beating feet up north as fast as we can. Because he only
North
left here
out-
2 days ago.
Side of Corkwood or north of just north in the city?
Outside of Corkwood.
Oh, okay.
So we follow along old Bill, and hopefully the man's doing one, all right, but two, he is slow enough. We catch him halfway along the beaten path, and we walk with him back into the next town, to the closest town, get him to send a letter, and then Rick can go along doing his own thing.
Now, Crisis, I understand that you have a job that you need to be completing and you want to be expedient about it, and we
Yeah.
want to help you, but
Uh-huh.
a few of us have errands to conduct in the city and want to take a look around. Myself, especially. I didn't come to Corkwood just to pass right through it and see nothing.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
if it's
yeah.
possible, I'd like to delay the departure for perhaps a day or two.
Well, you know.
I don't have to find him alive, so
Well, you
yeah.
know that the captain of
Oh,
the
okay.
ship.
I was about to ask the question. Do you need him alive? So that
You
did that.
You do remember that the captain of the ship was going to get you a meeting with the night captain about the ferry attack, and at least getting some kind of thank you. So you don't know when that's happening.
So, like, are y'all trying to stay the night, or do you think, like, we can...
Well, apparently the ship captain person was getting us a meeting with the night captain for a thank you or whatever for all the sturges that we killed while you were below deck. So we're just trying to wait until that happens.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind waiting outside while we get our thank you for all the surges.
Yeah. Oh, Rick can come though. Rick did.
Yeah, Rick can come.
did
Rick can
some
come. Yeah, he
stuff.
was involved
Yeah.
in that. Yeah.
What I can do is go talk to the Adventurers Guild and see if
I'm
they
so
have
sorry.
some work they might be willing to get us.
Yes, absolutely. That would be a great
Good for
idea.
you.
I can go with you.
Well, no,
I'm curious about all this
I'm
adventuring
almost.
stuff.
We can all go. I guess.
Well, that's the thing, Bao. We would need you there to get your thank you as well, because you did some stuff in there as well.
I don't need no reward.
So humble, pal.
Ah.
I have a few places myself I'd like to go see, and I didn't do anything in that fight, so I wouldn't be needing a reward either.
I swear. Do any of us get the vibe? Like, I was right next to him. Do I know that he did something? Did, like, the components or whatever you had to do, did I get any energy from you at all that you were doing something? Or did I really think that you were just leaning against the wall?
None of the
looking at the
spells you
fight?
used had somatic components, did they?
Yeah, it was all verbal.
Oh, so
Could
yeah,
I
he
do- yeah,
would
but
have been sitting
I
there
heard him
talking to
whispering.
himself.
Well, I did describe what it looked like to other people at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just wasn't
Val
overt.
did.
Yeah, it just
But I was the
wasn't
only one
overt and
next to
flashy.
you. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Val did see. But he's not going to talk about it.
I was gonna say, did I see some of it? Like,
Yeah,
could I do
'cause
a
you were standing next to him.
retrograde? Okay, I was next to
We
him.
don't talk about Sebastian.
You were
I also-
standing right next to Sebastian literally the entire fight.
Yeah, but I didn't know that if it was so subtle that, like,
Oh no, because he
didn't
would have
know.
still been talking to himself and saying, like, speaking in whatever language he cast his
he was
spells
like,
in or
"Oh, I'm
whatever.
gonna kill this guy in my eyes."
I did describe it if I need to recap what the description was at the time.
No, just because I forget, just don't worry. The only other thing I wanted to do though is go to the bar and basically have exactly the same conversation Sebastian just did, because I don't know that he had it. So
Okay.
that's the only thing I want to do in town.
Before-
So I don't think. Yeah.
So, but I'll let you finish.
About the
your lunch
veil,
before
yeah.
you go ask those questions. Rick, you can feel the sharp corners of that letter digging into you, and for the first time, you're alone.
Slowly sneak it out.
You're gonna slowly sneak it.
Every now and then there's, hey Rick, you should really come join us.
Okay, you slowly,
Leave him alone. He's being a miserable old man.
you slowly sneak it out of your trench coat. Rick, turn it over. You can see the wax seal with the Moonlight Detective Agency symbol on it. You crack it open.
Do I get a Dell voice read over?
I'm not giving you a Dell voice read over, but you'll see something.
Yeah.
So you do open it. Yes, you recognize the familiar hand. It's got that slight scent of bergamot and hints of smoke and whiskey that, kind of seems to just be the scent of your office, that scent of home, as you open this and read it.
I understand you meant like handwriting, but for some reason when you said you noticed the familiar hand, and I'm like, why is there a hand, like a severed hand in this letter?
Yep.
A Kira moment for sure.
Damn it, Dell.
Fold his letter back up.
You fold it back up and put it in your pocket. Okay.
He'll take a big swig.
As you take a large swig of your whiskey, that is where we will end tonight's session.
Yes.
So we will be back next Saturday for the continuation of this, of having multiple conversations and figuring out. And ironically, this is a party that I've had for the first time where you all actually talk a lot, but you're like, you know what? I also want to go have the conversation though myself. So, okay, we're going to do this. So yeah, next session, hopefully we're going to go talk to the Adventurers Guild. We're going to talk to the Knight Captain, and hopefully we're going to get on the road with this mystery, perhaps. We will see.
Hopefully I'll stop being roasted by everyone. Jesus.
Never.
I feel really bad about that. I'm sorry.
You've been roasted by everybody.
Oh, man.
There's been so
As
many
Jack,
like, youch.
I'm glad it's happening to someone else.
Oh, man.
For anyone,
That's the thing. Hasa means no malicious intent behind it at all. He was just stating fact.
for anyone that wants to see more of what we do, I usually stream most days of the week. Mondays and Wednesdays I do map building for this game. Tuesdays and Thursdays I play some Xbox games. But if you want to catch more of Valcor, Tyrant Dungeon, and Tide Runner and you can catch us over on Evil One's channel playing Power Rangers, Star Wars, getting to play some Chaotic Grung. So you can go over there. I believe the links for that are down below in my About section. Otherwise, we will be back here next Saturday at the same time to explore more of this world, explore more of this adventure. So I hope you can... Yes, Star Wars, Percy. You can catch that on Sunday nights. Valcor, Tyrant Dungeon and I are in that, playing a pilot, a human pilot, a Jawa, and a battle droid named Roger.
A B1 battle droid.
Don't forget Tide Runner.
Don't forget
Yeah, fuck me, I guess. Gee.
Screw you.
I'm sorry,
you.
I forgot. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to
See it
remember
in the
everything.
hells of fire.
And Power Rangers. I will say Power Rangers. It is stupidly hilarious, but we are very rough around the edges with that one. It is over on Percy. It's over on Eve One's channel, but you can find the links to that down in my About section. To Evil One's channel, EVL0NE, Evil One.
It's in the shout out.
Yep, that's in the shout out. Yes, I believe. Tide Runner.
Pickle one.
Tide Runner's in that as well. You are playing. I want to say a gank. Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, if you want to see more of that, join us over there.
Also, don't forget, Boo has a YouTube channel that if you want to catch up on anything you missed,
Or
most
leave
of Boo's
comments
stuff
as
there.
well. You can leave that over there. I also have a Twitter, Boomeadow, if you just want to reach out and say hi or whatever. But that's usually where I will also put updates if we're not streaming for whatever reason. Otherwise, yeah. Hopefully you are drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, looking after your mental health, because all of that is very, very important. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all again next week. We will see you all again next week. Look after yourselves, and we will see you then.
He's looking at you, kid.
Star Wars? Star Wars is about the same time that this starts. So whatever time that is. Which I think is 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Whatever time Sydney is at 8 p.m. So, catch us over there on Sunday nights, every Sunday night for that one. But yes, we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Right.
Bye.
Tank.
And you're too far away to help me now. So I'm counting down the days to get out. 'Cause I need to learn